welcome to the second episode of The Last Man. let me fucking do it again. I can't even right now. I sound like Enoch right now. Right when I said that, I started thinking about
Less
fucking
men
Enoch.
in San Francisco.
Less men. All right. Phil.
I love Enoch.
I love that guy too. You can keep that, put that behind the scenes. All right, are you ready? I'm gonna start over again, okay? All right, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second installment of The Last Man in San Francisco with Emon, Dismore, and my homeboy right here, Xavier, Bronson. And yeah, we're just here to chop it up and talk about what's going on right now in the San Francisco comedy community. The last time since we've done this podcast, there's been some changes. I don't know. You think has been positive, everything that's been going on. But for me, it's sad, but I think also positive. The Swinging Door open mic after 5 years is over. It's done. And today I might be in a weird mood because it's the first time I actually listened to the audio back. And it's before Phil came here, set up all this gear, and before you came here, I listened to everything. And when it was happening, when the mic was getting, when all the bullshit was happening, I was like, I think I'm bombing, I was like, oh, no one's laughing. Like, I think I'm bombing. But then listening back to it, there were points where like I was actually having a decent set. But I don't know. I struggle with it because I'm like, I don't know if it was my fault. I don't know if it was a sub bartender's fault. I don't know if the owner's fault. It's not like. And now that I listen to it and I've been thinking about it, I'm not going to blame anybody. I think it's over for the better. Like it was just meant to be over.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, the thing is, I know how the owner is. I know what you've been through.
Yeah.
I've actually ran the place for like 4 months straight. Anybody that's ever ran that mic, it turns out like that. At some point in the night, it turns out like somebody has to. It's such a good place to be. But it's also
a fun hang.
It's a fun hang, but it could also turn very hostile very quickly because the people that they enjoy themselves too much and they're blue collar folks, so they're like, I want to be a part of this shit too. And once they get a part of it, then it's like, okay, wait a second, like, if you give an inch, they take a mile, right? And so I understand where you're coming from. I think you're having like it's cool. You're giving yourself time because this happened, what, like
2 months
2 months ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have some time to like reevaluate, think about it, and see what's going on. But that place is a rough place to. I cannot believe you really ran that thing for 5 years. I mean, I did it for 4 months, and I called you one day and was like, yo, I can't do this anymore. Like I can't be here till 1, 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like 40 comics, no one gives a shit. Comics don't care. Comics don't care about your time. They're like, oh, I want my stage time. It's like, well, if you come in at 12, you're getting 3 minutes, dude. Like I can't.
You can't be there all night.
I can't be there all night. Like I got a life. They don't give a shit, and then so it's like, well, I don't give a shit about you either. So
life.
3 minutes.
One thing that I've learned from you that, because I'm 31. How old are you now?
37.
37. So we're in a little bit different stages of our life. Where you're a little older, so you've been through a lot of the bullshit that I'm going through right now. Yeah. So, which is good for me because then I have you to kind of learn from. Like, so you kind of walk me through shit. Like you help me through shit a lot. And one thing that you taught me about, or one philosophy that you put on me, is the philosophy of evolving. You have to continue to evolve. And that mic wasn't going anywhere. 5 years.
Right.
Right, what the fuck? Like, if you're at an open mic longer than 5 years, it's not good. You shouldn't be hosting an open mic for 5 years. I don't think that's a good sign.
That's perspective. That's I'm glad we're talking about this now instead of like the day after it happened, because the day after it happened, it was like, son of a bitch. Yeah. I don't usually go online and defend anything, but I was like, I know the owner. I've been down this road. I've only had a fraction of what you've been through, a small fraction. And so I'm like, I know what he deals with. And then the times that I've been there just to see you perform or, and be part of the waiting game. And I'm like, dude, how the hell did you stomach to do this? It takes a lot of patience,
right?
A lot of perseverance. The money wasn't there.
No, there were some nights I would get asked for tips or get tips. But I rarely have asked for money. I mean, look, there were fun moments there. There were terrible moments there. I told people every night at the swinging door, like most Mondays, you would reach the top where I'm like, oh shit, this is hella fun. Like,
yes.
I'm killing or someone else is killing, and like the energy would be great. But then that same night, you'd reach the bottom.
Yeah, that same night
where everyone's bombing, the mood is horrible. You just want to shut the mic down. Every fucking Monday, dude, you reach the top of the mountain,
yes.
Then you reach the fucking bottom.
Yeah.
And it's fucking like, holy shit. It's just a roller coaster of just energy, dude. Like,
right.
Highs and lows and
right.
I don't know, man. It was, for me, I got everything out of that mic that I needed.
Right.
I got the crowd work experience. I got to learn how to handle a rough room. I got to, I really built like my crowd work, how I do my comedy. I really learned at that mic. So like that helped me a lot. Did showcases upstairs.
Right.
Sold that bitch out a couple, handful of times. Booked good comedians. So I did everything I needed to do there.
Right.
I developed my act, developed what I do. Did professional shows, met all the comedians that I don't like, and it's if I have to say why I think the mic shut down is just everything. It's just like sports, man. It starts with the owner. The owner instills the culture, and if the owner doesn't have control over the bar, nothing's gonna work.
Well, and the thing is too is like he as an owner, the good thing was he let you be the GM coach,
right?
And you fucking navigated your way through that thing, and he just sat back and collected paychecks.
He did, yeah.
Good money. Those people in San Mateo spent a lot of money. Comics, God bless them for spending a lot of money supporting the bar. If there were comics that were alcoholics, they would buy the food. The food's good there,
right.
So they were always being supported in some form or fashion, and it's like that's all being overlooked. But yeah, dude, you ran that thing from top to bottom, and just to piggyback off what you're saying, like, dude, I remember when we first met. And you told me I was like the worst comic you've ever seen.
I didn't tell you the worst comic.
Well, you told me I was like up there. I was, but that's when we first met.
We all suck when we first start.
Exactly, but it was like, but that room. But when you told me that, I was like, I do suck, but that room, I just kept going and kept like bombing. And all of a sudden, I got to this place where I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna try to be funny. I'm not funny. I'm not gonna try to be funny. I'm just gonna be fucking whatever. And once I started tapping into that, it was beautiful. And it was beautiful seeing comics that went up at Punchline the night before.
Right.
They were like, you have comics come up, hey, put this guy up. He killed at the Punchline last night. And me and you just look at each other and go,
Sure.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Welcome to the swinging door.
Yeah, welcome to the swinging door. Oh my God, that one jackass from New York, he did well at the Punchline.
That comic is headlining Cobb's coming up.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
The best walkouts I've ever seen in my life.
My God.
Remember he did his set?
They would just bomb and leave.
Yeah, he would just bomb and leave. He bombed and he would just put his hoodie over like a douchey white boy. He did a Pete Davidson on the way out. He's like, he did a
that
8
never
mile.
Happened. That never existed.
Yeah, exactly. That never happened.
Just boom,
that never happened.
Leave.
That beautiful moment he had at the Punchline, it never existed.
Oh my God.
Because of that fucking bomb. But a lot of comics did that. They would come in and just known comics, motherfuckers on Netflix, like they come in, they go, oh, I didn't know it was gonna be this. I didn't know my jokes weren't gonna work with this fucking degenerate group. And it was mostly the patrons, at the bar.
It's a brutal room, man.
It's a room where you at the end of the day you appreciate it for what it was, and that's dope that you appreciate it for what it was. I mean, but you really built that whole thing, and you built it, and then you made it to where it was, and of course people talk shit. They're like, oh, that place was a circus or whatever, but those fuckers kept coming back. Those comics, the crowd, those people would come to your show.
Yeah.
You built that thing, man. You should be.
It was good. There were some highs, a lot of lows. But there were
hey, not just for us though. Like a lot of comics.
Also, a lot of highs, man. We're fucking.
Yes.
Like, it felt. What I wanted to do with that room was bring back like. I wanted it to feel like a New York comedy place.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where you go in, there's no rules.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's fucking. It's madness. I wanted to be like madness. But and it was fucking madness. But it was fun.
Yeah.
But when you had people in there, and you called them out, like, hey, shut the fuck up! Like we're doing comedy, pay attention. Like, dude, there was nights where like it felt like a real. The swinging door sometimes some Monday nights felt better than most showcases I do.
Oh my god! Yeah. Yes.
But you got really good. I think the swinging door helped you because when you have a room like that. That I put a lot of time in building, and like there's always people there. Like
you're right.
Most Mondays at its peak. Once I brought it back from COVID, it took a few months, and then people started coming, and then like it was a room where you could work shit out, and you can try material, you can develop material, but it's more about finding. I think it helps you develop your voice.
Yes. Yeah. I remember I was talking to you one time, and you had seen me enough to where you go, hey Xavier, why don't you just try to feel out the room first?
Right.
Why don't you try to just like talk to people a little bit, and then because I'm a talkative motherfucker,
right? And
then you were like, then maybe go into your material. And I remember one night you let me go like 10 minutes. I had no material, but the room was fire. The room was so good, and it was laughs like every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, man, like you just saw that, and you were like, yo, why don't you just try to do this? You know what I mean? And
yeah, because I saw you're like me, and we're more like Patrice O'Neal when it comes to comedy. It's a different style of comedy. It's not going up there and going, hey, bada bee, bada doo, bada da.
Hey, you guys into therapy? Oh, anybody here do therapy? Oh, you right there. Like
it's not a bullshit. We do like it's a style of Patrice used to talk about it where he's like. What was that? He did web junk. So he's like, right. Yeah. So anytime he did stand up, he was like, I got people coming. I got audience coming from web junk. And I have people who saw me in my HBO special, and then I had people saw me who are coming from Opie and Anthony.
Right.
So he's like, I take those 3 different groups of audience members, and I merge them into one group.
Right.
But that's what I feel like. That's what I do. And you have a similar thing where our comedy is not just coming in and telling jokes, but you come in, you kind of read the room. You have to see who's in the room, and then you kind of bring them together. You find jokes that everyone can relate to.
Right. Yeah. And the thing is, I've kind of been getting away from that lately.
Right.
God, man, I've been sticking to like this routine, and I'm like, at some point the audience knows like it looks like he's just going through
doing a routine. Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's not what I want to do. That's not what but that, like what you said about Patrice, what I'm saying to round back to that is Patrice would tell the web junk people, like the young girls, he's like, just get out of here.
Just get out
of here, because this is not what you know me for anyways. And when you see me for what I really am, you're not going to be a fan of web junk anyways. Like, so it's like, just leave.
Right.
And it's funny that he approached it that way, because now it's like, no, I need all of my audience members.
Right.
I need the TikTokers. I need everything. And it's like, Patrice was so dope. I feel that way sometimes. Like if there's somebody, like when I did Seamus' show at Crooked City, the people were talking through everyone's sets. And I got up and I was like, "Yo, get the fuck out!" I turned off the TV. I took the
TV on while
can't
doing
have the TV
comedy,
on, right?
yeah.
And the staff was laughing their ass off. They're like, "Here's the remote." I'm like, "Turn off the TV." I was headlining. I was like, "They're not gonna ruin my headlining spot. I don't care how many people are here."
Right.
So I turned off the TV. They were going out, and I was like, "Bye, faggots. We'll see you later." And then some group in the back, same thing. I was like, "Bye." They're like, "You're not funny." I'm like, "I'm not funny.
Right.
Get the fuck out.
Get out.
Get out." I
I'm
don't.
not funny. Leave.
Right, I don't care. Like it's,
Yeah.
and then I had 10 to 12 people that stayed that were like, we're riding now.
Right.
Like we're riding, and then you meet so many good people at the end of the show.
Yeah.
That are just like, I'm now a fan, or you know,
I appreciate what you're doing or what you're trying to do. You know, we're trying to have fun, but it's like, to me, it's a respect thing too. You know, comedians, we get disrespected a lot. And the night at the Swinging Door, I felt like I was disrespected to the point where I'm like, once the bartender started playing Smash Mouth, I made a decision in my mind that this mic is over.
right. Yeah, right.
The second the bartender put Smash Mouth on during my set, I'm like, oh, this is over. Like,
Yeah.
I made that, boom, just like that. I'm like,
Right.
and then right when he played Smash Mouth, because I was actually thinking about playing the audio, but I'm not going to do the audio because I did a 20-minute set. It goes on too long because anything you do in comedy, whether it's good or bad, it's a learning experience.
Yeah.
And what I learned from this experience is that the owner, it's his fault that the mic got shut down. If I had to blame somebody, it's his fault because, dude, you got to have a consistent bartender. Every week there was a new bartender. Mm-hmm. Like he didn't have consistent bartenders. And if you want to have success in your bar, you got to have bartenders who know what the fuck they're doing. You can't just hire any bum off the street. And it's funny too, because when I'm doing my set, the first thing I'm like, give it up for this new bartender. Who knows how long he's gonna last?
Is that how you started off?
Yeah, that's how I started off. I'm like, oh shit, dude.
That's true though. He fires and hires the same people all the time.
Over and over
He
again.
hires he hires one lady and then fires her, and then she's back in a month, and it's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? But even those ladies, and they were consistent. They knew what Mondays were.
Right.
They knew what Mondays were. They were like, yo, this is a crazy place to be. Not the funnest night to work, but they got paid. They got tips.
Yeah.
But it was a madhouse. It was a madhouse, and it was like, that's Swinging Door, man. That's fucking.
The owner
you know?
told me his 3 best nights of the week to make money, obviously Friday, obviously Saturday. Those are your
those
two
karaoke and nights, right? Because one of those are karaoke, right?
the dueling pianos, or whatever
okay, yeah,
shows
yeah.
he would do upstairs.
Right.
Those are his 2 best nights, were Friday and Saturday. And then consistently, one night of the week that he always made money was fucking Monday.
Monday.
Monday was his 3rd best night of the week. Sometimes maybe his 2nd, sometimes maybe his 1st.
Right.
I made him a lot of money, man.
Dude, he had if you're an owner, you have 50 comics. They're all spending their one way.
Yeah.
They're spending their money one way or another. Broke comics, like comics are not making money.
Right. Well, in this area, some of them have money.
Well, I mean, but the comics. So the point is like it's like 40 to 50 comics.
Right.
They're either buying 1 beer or 2 beers or fish and chips, what they're known for.
Right.
And it's like, so he's making that money. Then he has another 50 people in the crowd, or another
20,
30
yeah.
In that room, and then people on the outside making money. And it was just a vibe, man. It was it's like after you did your set, or however long, how many hours you waited to do a set, you were always hanging with comics.
Yeah.
Bullshitting, talking shit. You had your little groups,
Dude,
this is our group. and then these cool guys over here like, fuck them. And then the cool girls, which are none, just fucking just hanging out like, well, what are you doing this weekend? Like, shut up. But yeah, it was
owner of that bar. He's
it was like going to a
conservative Republican.
Yeah, right.
He's a conservative Republican.
Well, he says he is, but
he says he is, yeah.
but now he's a liberal Democrat.
He's a
like,
liberal Democrat.
Yeah, he's
now.
like
He's a
no free
sellout.
speech, no whatever the fuck.
What would make
Democrats
me hella
go through.
funny is anytime there was like a lot of black comics there. Oh my god, I'm fucking dude. Just
he would get nervous.
Even Mark Neuer. Every time Mark Neuer came,
yeah,
he like, dude, everyone be going back there rolling up blunts or smoking a weed, and he would get so pissed, and he'd be like,
oh yeah,
you would see the old white man come out of it.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? Where he was kind of like, get off my porch.
Yes,
type of thing.
Yes.
Anytime you rolled a blunt or smoked weed back there, just seeing him get angry like that was fucking funny to me.
Yeah.
Like, I can't understand why people do this. Like, he would go like that. He was like, it smells so foul. And like, dude, your fucking best friend is blowing Marlboro Reds in your face, and you're drinking whiskey.
And your other friend has fucking cigars, not even good ones.
Yeah.
They smell like dog shit.
Cheap cigars.
Right.
And you're over here complaining that comics are smoking weed. Like, dude, you have the perfect outdoor air. You should be embracing this.
Promoting that.
Yeah.
It's legal to smoke weed anyways. It's legal.
Yeah,
it's been legal for a while. Let that outdoor blow some fucking tree. It's he was ridiculous.
He could be making money from these potheads. Like,
Right.
Literally, I think a smoke shop opened up right next door.
Yes.
Right after I left. So the Cave is right down the street. It was like the biggest bong store in fucking San Mateo.
Right.
You know, one time I quit smoking weed for a long time, and I finally started want to get high again. And I was hanging out outside the Cave just to see if I can meet somebody. And there was like this random black dude there. I was like, hey man, like, can I cop some weed off of you? And he wouldn't sell it to me. He thought I was a narc.
He should think that. He should think that. He's like, what is this guy?
I was like, bro,
fucking
like,
serious?
Yeah.
He looked at you in your head and he was like, what the fuck?
I was like, can I get a gram or what? Like, I'll throw you $20. And then he's with a white girl, and the white girl's like, honey, like, just sell him like some of the weed. And he was like, no.
Oh, so he had it on him.
He's a narc. Yeah,
he's a narc.
He thought I was a narc. He's like, bro, I'm just trying to get high. And that's some funny ass moment at the Cave. But yeah, to bring it back to the swinging door. In the end of the day, great experience. What a fucking crazy journey, dude. Because that when I first started doing comedy, I was doing comedy in San Francisco, of course. Like, Uriah used to run a good room called Iron and Gold. It was intimate. It was like a back of a bar.
Oh, I heard about that place. Shout out Uriah.
Shout out Uriah. Yeah. It got shut down.
Stupid meaner. Okay.
Yeah. That was the first nice neck tattoo, Uriah. Choke yourself with barbed wire, buddy.
I love you, Uriah, but what the fuck?
Yeah,
all
what
right,
the fuck is that?
He's so he's funny though.
He's funny. Yeah, I like the dude. But that was the first mic that got shut down that affected me emotionally. But that place got shut down. But that was a good room. But I kind of wanted a room like that. So then Swinging Door was on the calendar. Like on the open mic calendar, Monday night comedy at Swinging Door, right?
Okay, all right.
And I was like, so I went there randomly because it's in San Mateo. It's in my backyard.
Right.
I'm a Peninsula kid. I live in a Peninsula. Let me go there and see what's going on. So I go over there one night. I walk in when they say comedy's happening. Nothing's happened. Like, there's nothing going on. So I checked the room out. I'm like, this place seems kind of cool. But I walked in for 5 seconds, saw that there was no comedy, and I just left immediately.
Okay.
Then I went back again, another Monday night. I'm like, maybe this is like every other week, or I don't know. You know what I mean? Let me go another Monday. So I went there another Monday, and this time I went in with a little bit of a purpose. I'm like, this shit's on the fucking calendar. So that means at one point they had comedy going on here. So I'm like, that's an opportunity. I saw that as an opportunity, okay? And so, one, it's on the calendar. That means they fuck with comedy. Number two, there ain't shit going on. So I put 2 to 2 together. I'm like, hey, this could be my room.
Right. Okay.
So the second time I went in, the first time I went to a Swinging Door, I peeped my head in, just kind of briefly checked the room out, and just left. The second time, I hung around for a little bit. So I went in the room, talked to the bartender. Fuck, man, I feel bad. I'm forgetting. I should remember her fucking name. There's the bartender who was there for a long time. God, I'm a fucking asshole, dude. Am I an asshole for forgetting people's names? I should know.
No.
I should know her name because she was a bartender.
Well,
there
you know
for a long
you know the idea of her. That's fine. That's
true.
You don't need no fucking name. I mean,
she's a cute little Asian chick.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's how you remember her. Cute little Asian.
She was a bartender, and we hit it off right away. I can't remember her name. Was Victoria, Nikki. She's gonna get mad at me if she ever sees this, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. She got remembered.
Yeah. Oh my God.
She'll be fine.
So anyway, I go in the back of the bar where the hangout is. You know, they got fire pits, they got tables, TVs. It's a cool hangout. So then I meet the owner. Second time I go there, I meet the owner, boom, right away. And I start charming him up. You know what I mean? I start like being buddy, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, hey man, like start cracking jokes with him and shit like that.
Yeah.
And immediately, like, there was a connect. Like, immediately we were cool. Like, I liked him, he liked me. We were cool right away. And I was like, hey man, like you know, I'm on this comedy thing. I see you're on the calendar. Like, what's going on? He's like, yeah, basically, like, there was some dude who was doing comedy here, but he quit, he stopped. So I'm like, hey, like, let's bring it back. And he's like, yeah, fuck it, let's bring it back. I got hella happy. Right. I couldn't believe it. Right. So I got that mic just on a whim. And the previous dude who was the host was this big, weird, antisocial guy in his 40s or 50s. He's like this dude looked like he was like had autism or on a like high on the spectrum. So the owner told me
if he's doing open mics at 40 and 50 years old, I mean, he's got to be not well.
He was a nerd. I hit him up on Facebook and like, oh Warren, the owner told me that you were like you do comedy here or you, and he's like yeah like here and there. And I'm like, yeah, like I want to do it every week. And he's like, come over to my house, I'll give you all the gear.
Oh, so he gave you the gear.
I think his name was Kevin. I found him on Facebook Messenger, hit him up. He gave me all the gear to run the mic. He gave me the mic, the stereo, all the cables. He gave me everything. So then I go to his house in San Mateo. This dude's like a fucking straight up like caveman nerd, right? Like you go to his house, he got like 2 electric cars in a driveway and shit. Yeah. He's this big lumbering antisocial type, but he was cool. Like he told me his favorite comedian was Robin Williams. You know, the whites love Robin Williams. You know that. You know the whites love Robin Williams.
I like Robin Williams too. It's just, you know.
Me too. I like Robin Williams too.
Robin Williams.
But white people love him even more.
They're like, Robin, oh, I saw him in 88 at the comedy store. And it's like, did you?
Yeah.
Like, did you?
He went off for 7 hours.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's funny. You have like this killer set and then somebody tells you about their favorite comedian from the crowd. And you're just like, that's great, Robin Williams. All right. Like,
he asked me if I like Robin Williams. I'm like, yeah, he was all right. He got.
I loved him in Aladdin. I mean, it's just fucking.
He got fucking pissed when I told him that. When I was like, yeah, he was all right. But yeah, obviously Robin Williams one of the goats of comedy. Great actor.
Right.
He was a great entertainer.
Yes. He was awesome, man.
He was the shit. So anyway, he gave me everything I needed, and then just went from there. Started running the mic. It took a year and a half, 2 years to build that room.
Yeah.
Anytime I hear comedians, and this is like what you asked me about, like producing or building a room. Anytime I hear comedians complaining that a mic sucks, I'm like, dude, it's supposed to suck. Like, right. What do you think? You think like you bring a fucking stereo, you make a flyer, it's gonna be good? No, it's gonna suck for a long time.
Yeah, and those people that say that usually are. They expect because they don't produce. Yeah. They don't produce themselves. They're just like and they come in. They go, "I'm the shit. Your room better fucking work."
Yeah,
and it's like fuck you. You're lucky if you even get paid. You know, it's like
so they have unrealistic expectations. You think
they're too self-indulged. They're too narcissistic that they're like it's about me, and it's like it is about you for like 5 or 10 minutes, however long your set is, but. After that, fuck off. Like it's not, you know, it's not. But yeah.
One person can have a lot of impact in comedy for sure. Cause like I grinded out that room. When I first started doing that room, I would only get a handful of comics a week.
Yeah.
You know, and so I would do like 20 minutes and I would just bomb. I was terrible. I would bomb for like 20 minutes.
That's what the host should do, though.
Yeah.
Bomb or not bomb, like take that time. You're giving everyone else time. You might as well take advantage.
Everyone would get like 20 minutes, like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I remember.
I just hate when the host does 10 minutes in between each comic.
Yeah.
That's when I go, come on, man. But other than that.
Fuck. The comedians that used to come there in the beginning were like Chris Nasco.
Yeah.
Mickey Joseph.
Nasco's super funny, man.
And then Nasco's hilarious.
So funny.
This comic named Dave Zagnoni. I think he moved to like Pittsburgh now or some shit. So those are the three people off the top of my head that I remember. They used to come all the time, every week. But it took 2 years. I'll never forget, dude. Like, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I learned trial by fire. Like, anything I do in life, I just do it.
You just jump into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a better way to learn?
There really isn't. I mean, I'm the type of guy, I ask like a million questions before I do it.
Yeah.
And then I do it, and it's like I'll take like all the advice, and then I do it, and then I'm like, all that advice stinks. It's not. It didn't help me.
Yeah.
It just made things worse because now I have an expectation. So as I get older, now I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna jump into this, see what I can do, and then I go off my instincts. Cause I'm like with that advice.
I went straight trial by fire, which is a good way to learn, but not the best way. For sure, it's good to have. It would be good for me to know, like, have a relationship with a specific comedian that, like, I've opened up a new room or reopened up a room, whatever, and this is how you do it. But I just learned trial by fire. So, like, when I first did the mic, I didn't even know how to fucking set up. I didn't know where to put the speaker. And I remember, like, somebody told me, I don't know if it was I think it was a fucking comedian. He was like, why don't you move some tables around? And I want to go, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
I hear you. Yeah, go ahead, though.
He was like...
Go ahead, though, because what did it teach you, though? Because I want to know.
He was like, why don't you move? Dude, but that's how I am. I learned, even when you give me advice, my first instinct is like, whatever. You know what I mean?
I know, I can see it in your face. You're like, shut up, Xavier. You're lucky you're on this fucking show.
You don't know what you're talking about. You know, whatever. I know what I'm doing. It's like, why don't you move this table, do that? I'm like, man, like, now you're making me do extra work, motherfucker.
Yeah,
this mic sucks. I'm not trying to put more, you know what I mean?
Right.
So then, but then I was like, you know what? My first instinct is get the fuck out of here. Then my second instinct, like, I always, because I'm not a complete asshole. I'm an asshole.
You're an asshole, but not a complete one.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm an
but I know
asshole.
you more than a lot of other people. So, yeah, you're right.
I'm not a complete asshole because I'll play back that thing in my head. And I'm kind of like thinking about it, like, man, maybe he's fucking right. Maybe I should move. Fuck, you know what? He's fucking right. You know what I mean? So boom, I started moving the tables, moving shit around.
I was getting pissed at you when you were like, yo, when you run this mic, make sure you put the tables and everything back. And I'm like, fuck you. But then I started doing it too. Like, I would come in early. And yeah, man, it's just constant. And there's a few guys in this community, you
can count on your hand.
I can count on my hand that go, this is what the room should be, and let me work it. Like dude, like Honiton, that motherfucker, dude, he'll go into a room and go, this needs to go here. He just starts doing shit. Right. He just starts doing it. He doesn't ask nobody. The owners or whoever's running the shit, they're like, fuck, this dude. Like, he knows what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? I see you do the same thing. You go in somewhere, you go, if this was over here, you're just like already, like you have the landscape, like you're building your own blueprint. Yeah. And I'm like, wow, dude,
Dude,
never even saw it that way.
It's sad to see the swinging door go, but it had to go because you can't have a different fucking bartender there every week. And like, this bartender, I'm like, this guy's a fucking loser. Like, when I saw him, I was like,
I felt like it was premeditated.
Yeah.
Because it's like, again, when I was talking to you, there was a bartender that you were kind of semi cool with.
Right.
And then
it was his homeboy.
It was his homeboy.
Started getting his homeboy's money.
Right. And then you were telling me that first bartender, like, doesn't really have sex with his wife. at all
Jesus.
anymore.
Yeah.
No. But what?
It's sad.
It's sad, but
it's true.
But it's true though.
Yeah.
So what that tells me is that guy has nothing to talk about, and anything he has to talk about with, he has to talk about with a friend.
Right.
That was probably his closest friend at the time, and he was like, "Yeah, they do this fucking thing on Mondays to Swinging Door where they do comedy. The host, he's a fucking, I'd whoop his ass." Because everybody has that impression of you, like I'll kick his ass.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying this.
Right.
This is what happened beyond, because like
You were dead on right about your theory.
Yeah,
I think was dead on right.
because you told me that when you met him, hey, I'm Emon. I know how you are. You're like, hey, dude, I'm Emon. How you doing?
Yeah.
The guy was just like,
He was.
like he already was like, I'm gonna fuck with this guy. I'm gonna make him.
He played Smash Mouth during my fucking set.
Which
Somebody once told me to do this kind of. I don't even know the words to that dumbass fucking song. How many fucking Disney movies or
some
child movies is that? I mean, whatever.
With the shape of an L on her forehead.
Oh, yeah.
That's it came back with Shrek.
Oh yeah,
I watch Shrek all the time with the kids, man. It's
yeah.
a terrible
That movie's. I mean, that song is famous. It's been played a million times and. Unfortunately, had to be played during my last set at the Swinging Door.
That's why, I'm like, dude, when you were telling me the story, and I'm like, I'm furious for you because I'm like, how the fuck dare did they do this? And he's like, yeah, this fucker plays Smash Mouth. I only know one Smash Mouth song.
That's the only
and it's
song
that.
I know.
Yeah, that's the only one I know, and I'm just like. They played that. I was just like, they played.
I don't know if it was on a radio. I don't know if it was his personal CD.
Dude, that's why I'm saying it was premeditated. Like something had to be,
Dude, I kept trying. Like, I kept trying to bring up the next comic, and this girl at the bar, this fucking lady at the bar, would not shut up. She kept screaming shit. She kept, talking shit. And I was like, dude, I'm trying to call up the next comedian, but I couldn't because she kept, disrespecting me. And I was like, look,
right.
I'm not going to let you disrespect me.
She did that thing of next, next comic, fuck him. And, they try to run, yeah.
I was like, look, you can't tell me what to do. This is my, as a comedian, I know most comedians in this era are like, oh, I'm sorry, miss. They would not, you're right. I'm not
Are we having a good time? Are we having a good time, everyone? Huh? Yeah. Therapy? You do therapy? Fuck
man,
that.
I need some therapy.
Fuck that. Yeah, fuck that. No, because even when I produced my own show and I saw somebody heckling the comic, I was like, more time.
Right.
They get more time because they were like, next comic, fuck him. And it's like, no, let him go. Yeah. Let him go because, no, you know.
You're not in control here.
If they start doing that and you start letting them have that, it doesn't stop there.
That's what I'm saying.
It keeps going. And these fucking faggot comics that are just well, because they're non-confrontational or whatever, it's like, all right, you little bitch. I'm doing this not only for me, this is for all of us.
For all of us,
and if you are going to be a little homo, I don't have those type of problems. It's because you didn't have to work the room.
Right.
You didn't have to work there's too many, I bitch and complain to you all the time. People put me up, the show's going bad, they put me up, I fucking go into the crowd.
Right.
And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Because that's what you have to do.
That's what you have to do. And then what happens is everything's calm.
Yeah.
And then the next person comes on and they fucking crush.
It's like what you did at a rail club.
Yeah, I did a real right rail club.
People were getting too out of, and you're kind of you called them out on it, and then it basically you saved the show. It was the turning point of the show. But going back to Swinging Door, it's I tried to keep the show going. She kept yapping. The bartender wasn't telling her to shut up. She was out of hand. She was out of control. Her boyfriend or whatever dude was paying for her drinks. Yeah. Who thinks she was her boyfriend, whoever he wasn't helping. I called him out. I was like, dude, can you tell your woman?
Could put your dog on a leash.
Yeah. Can you do something here, bro? She's ruining everything.
Yeah.
And they just let her ruin everything. And so, but at the end of the day, it's the owner's fault for entrusting his business to someone who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
You got to have consistency. You have to have a good bartender. So it basically, the Swinging Door became an environment where it just wasn't fun anymore. I think that's what happened. It basically came to oh, something's off here, and I knew something. There was a and I still talk to the bartender there, and she tells me it's a fucking mess
Right.
over there.
Yeah.
So she told me, I came in one day, was talking to her. You know, they have that stupid karaoke machine in the bar. Mm-hmm. It's like you put $1 in it, you play 3 songs or some shit like that. It's fucking stupid. But anyway, I guess a guy, I don't know what the deal is, like whatever the agreement is between the bar. I think they put it in there for free, but the bar doesn't get to make any money off of it or some shit. I think that's the deal. I'm not sure, but whatever. There's someone that comes in and collects the money from it.
So what is so someone
comes
so it's
in,
like somebody's vending machine in the bar.
Correct.
They didn't make no money off of. Hopefully they stay and buy drinks and shit like that. Is that
correct.
the point?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like a liquor store having their ATM.
I think so. Yeah,
they're like cash only, motherfucker, and it's like oh fuck, like
you've been on that thing for 20 minutes.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
You have
right,
no money.
right.
Get the fuck out of here.
Right. Because they don't want to use those Square or the debit card stuff because they don't get their money right away, or they have to pay an extra fee. So they're like, there's the ATM. That's cheaper. Yeah. Get money out of there. We take cash only.
$2.
Okay, I see what's going on. Okay, so why does that matter though?
So okay, this is context. This is all.
Right.
This is the start of the end of Swinging Door, and no one. I don't think I've ever publicly told. I don't think I've ever. The only comic I told this was Tyler Stannard.
Yeah, but why?
I told Tyler Stannard. He's the only comedian I've ever told this story. No one knows this.
Okay.
So basically, the guy comes in to collect the money, and Stannard was dying laughing when I'm telling the story. Because this guy, he's just going into the bar just to get the money from the vending machine. He's just doing his fucking job. So he goes into the bar, starts getting all the quarters that are, people put in to play music, and the owner of the bar throws a fit and starts fighting with this guy over quarters.
Oh, he's saying
that's my money. It's my money. It's not your money. I'm like, bro, you're fighting over fucking quarters.
No, the problem is...
This guy's just coming in to get his money.
Here's the problem, though. The problem is that stupid owner signed a contract that says this is what they do, okay? And he probably gets a cut somewhere.
Probably.
For having it in his bar. And he probably sees all those quarters and he goes... Nah, I'm getting fucked here. But it's like, you're the stupid ass that signed the fucking contract. You should have thought about how much the potential was, what he could have made. At the end of the day,
I think he gets a cut above a certain amount of money.
But the problem is, when you're in a position of power, and that's his kingdom, something, he's not going to be happy with something. That's why he fires bartenders every week.
Left and right.
And they come back a month later, and he fucking... whatever. That's
so many bartenders. I can't even remember the one I was with the longest.
I can only remember. I can only remember 3. All ladies. 2 of them were wonderful. One of them was fine, but she was dumb as a doorknob.
Who do you remember? I only know Elena off the top of my head.
Yeah,
and
Elena
Pete.
and
he was this white kid that was there for a while.
No, Elena, the Asian woman.
You remember her? God, I can't remember.
The smart one.
Small one. She was short, right?
She was smart. She was. Yeah, she's my favorite. It's her, and then the one that was fine.
She was the best. Yeah.
Right, the one that was fine. She was just
the one that was fine.
I'm sorry, babe. What did you want again? It's like, yo, I've been waiting here 20 minutes for a fucking Modelo. I could have just went back there and fucking knocked it off myself. I could have opened it myself.
I don't even remember that bartender.
You do. I'll talk to you about it later. Yeah, you remember that bartender?
Fuck, I don't know. Now I want to see a picture. But
she was cool, but she was cool because she was fine. That was it. But that was it though. Like everything after that was like, oh, where's my drink? You fucking idiot. Like
that place was a fucking mess.
It was bad. It was bad.
So I mean, man, it's the owner's fault. I mean, he put a sub bartender in there. The sub bartender came in there with an agenda. There was a woman who was out of control. And basically, it just created this mix of, and I just, in the middle of my set, I just said, look, it's been great. It's been 5 years, blah, blah, blah. I'm not getting disrespected. I'm taking my shit and getting out of here. So I took everything. I leave. The sub bartender threatens me. After I say I'm leaving or whatever, he threatens me, says, says something like, I'm gonna smack you, or you want to see something funny, watch me smack you. Like, he threatens me or some shit. I go, look, man, you threaten me, that's it, it's over. Like, I was kind of goofing off, but now that you threaten me, oh, it's for real over. Take my shit and leave, and you hear the stupid drunk girl, no, like, don't go. Like, she was hella mad. She was like, all the comedians you want to stay, you guys stay, I'll watch your act. And then one comedian, who we all know is the worst comedian we've ever seen in our life,
I won't even mention that fucker's
who will never
name.
get booked. He was the only guy. Like, I hear him on my audio, like, yeah, like, fuck you, Emon. Like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking perform. And I'm like, everybody, good luck. Like, have fun watching his act, because I'm getting the fuck out of here.
What he does is burn down buildings with how bad his act is. 5 years in comedy.
Which is sad, because some people like watching him burn down buildings, but
there's some people who's been doing it for a month or 3 months. They're already on shows, and I'm like, I don't like to measure things like that, but I'm like, you know, this guy's really not funny at all.
He has no.
He's not funny at all.
No funny gene inside of his body. But yeah, man. I mean, and look, at the end of the day, like, I'll bring it back to one is respect. There's a certain amount of respect as comedians. Once you've been doing this long enough, you know, there's some shit where it's not worth it anymore. So for me, the swinging door wasn't worth it anymore. It's just like, you know, I have a real fucking job. I got to get up early the next morning. I kept finding people who would take over the mic. So I did my job. I kept the fucking mic going. You know what I mean? Whether it dropped down in quality or whatnot, whatever, it doesn't matter. The fucking mic kept going. I was still getting 20 to 30 comedians a week. Even with Bobby running it, the mic was still happening.
I have a question for you. When did you realize? Was there a moment in time, a moment within this year? Because it ended 2 months ago. So, like, was there a moment in this year, something recent that you could remember where you go, "This ain't it no more"?
Swinging door.
Yeah. Like, is there a moment where you're at the mic? You're doing your thing. You're probably like mid range, because, you know, as a host you gotta hey, give it up for your last comic, and this next comic, and something went into your mind that went, this isn't it anymore.
That's a good question.
Like, do you have that one of those moments like that? Like,
it's a good question. It was the night the mic got shut down. That's when that moment happened. I'm like, yeah, I'm not coming back here ever again. Like, what the fuck?
I thought it was the greatest setup of all time. You were like, yeah, the night the fucking mic went to shit. Like, that was it.
It happened.
That's what it was. Yeah. No, but was there a time before that? Because you said this whole stupid vending machine shit, right?
Right.
And,
that was recent. That was like
that
maybe
vending
a couple
machine
weeks
shit is hilarious, though. To come into somebody's establishment and be like, "This is mine. Have a nice day," and the owner sitting there
full of coins,
right?
You know what I mean?
And that owner, I know this fucking owner. He looked at that shit. He had his leather jacket on. He probably had his fucking shirt a little open. It was like
Top Gun jacket.
Yeah, his Top Gun jacket.
Dumbass.
Like, bro, you never flown a plane in your life.
Yeah,
get that
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
get those patches out of here.
Yeah.
O'Hillian. But anyways, shout out dodgeball. Yeah. But no, these fucking, I'm just like, I can imagine him just like, what the fuck? This is bullshit. What the fuck is going on? Like, just old white man pain.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there yelling at some fucking kid that's just like, like his earbuds in. He's like, he's like the Brinks truck man for the fucking a vending machine. He's just like, he's like, "I'm sorry, sir, what was that?" And he's just like, "Fuck you and your boss." And it's like, okay, well, these are mine.
Right.
You're not. What are you gonna do?
Dude, he started to try to fight the guy.
He had to, because
like, he physically threatened him. He got in his face. Like, he had to be separated.
But you understand why he had to make a mockery? Is because he went into a deal, signed up for something that he fucking fully didn't understand, or he understood and he saw himself getting fucked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get
but dude, it was like,
if you get raped, right? Like, the rape is bad. But if you had somebody had a video of it and you rewatched it, you're like, oh God, I want to. Now all that therapy I did. Now I really want to murder.
He's not getting raped that bad. It's a little rape, you know what I mean? Because it's not that much money.
But see, little rape is
rape is still rape.
Rape is still rape.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I put Vaseline on this time. It's not gonna hurt as well. It's like I still don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't. But
we're not talking large sums of money. People aren't using that karaoke box that much.
But
there's 30 days in a month. Maybe it makes $5 a day.
Well, me and
so
you,
that's like $150. You know, he's probably only getting
right. But me and you both know that. But my bigger question is
so
like,
but the fact that
because you saw that as the swinging door going downhill. Now let's be honest.
Been going downhill.
Well, but let's be honest though, swinging door ain't going to go nowhere. It's still going to be a fucking bar for people to go to and hang out and shit. They're going to make money still. But you pointed out that part. I want to know, like, was there any time before that shitty night that you said, man, this ain't it?
No, because I felt
like a year before you were asking me to take over.
Yeah.
And I know why. But like, was it before then, after then, weeks leading up?
5 years.
Can you remember a time?
5 years is a long time to do it. Mm-hmm. And I think after running it for 5 years, as a comedian, you go, okay, I've done everything I need to do at this room. What now?
That's fair, but
I did. I got the Rail Club, reconnected with the Lariat, started doing shows there, and now we're doing even bigger and better things. Fucking Club Fox, man.
I hear you.
So I think, but you helped me because you were like, evolve. You're evolving. You're growing. You keep doing bigger things.
Yeah.
And but I always wanted to keep the swinging door in my back pocket. I never wanted to shut down. I wanted to keep it a place. I built that room. I never wanted to fucking be like my fucking uncle Osama bin Laden and fucking put the vest on and blow that shit up. You know what I mean? I never wanted to go Osama on that place.
Yeah.
But I had to. You know what I mean? I fucking had to go Osama because they fucking they fucking disrespected me.
Right. So do you have any regrets about it?
No, not now. It hurts. It still hurts because it's sad because when you put 5 years of work into something, you don't want it just to see vanished, overnight.
Right.
Dude, that room is dead now.
Yeah, well, from what I'm hearing from other comics, like, it's fucking a shell of its former self, but...
That room is like somebody who survived a plane crash, who's in
has no legs.
Has no legs, no arms, and he's just sitting there, like, blinking, you know what I mean?
He's fucking blowing a straw to move his wheelchair. He's like... I just like
he's fucking, he can't even push the bed. A nurse needs to like push him up, needs to feed him.
He's doing the Stephen Hawking. He's like writing shit with his cheeks.
Maybe not even that, dude. That room is comatose, dude. That room is a fucking vegetable now.
I mean, and here's the thing,
comics, man. There's still a couple comics that are trying to bring that room back. One of the comedians hit me up. I was too busy. I didn't even message him back. But look, man, I don't give a fuck anymore. If people want to do comedy there, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead,
man. It's but and they'll figure. I heard they have like rotating
but there's
hosts,
a couple
whatever.
Run it, yeah.
But it has to be a rotating host because like you cannot do that shit every week. It's fucking
there was my fucking father-in-law had open heart surgery. Mm-hmm. I went to the hospital to visit him before he had to have open heart surgery. It was a Monday night, so I went to the hospital, had a guest host, and so like my grandfather visited him in the hospital. These are both Monday nights when my father-in-law had to get prepped for open heart surgery. When my grandpa,
how selfish are they?
Yeah,
they waited till Monday to do that shit.
Exactly, right? So like,
selfish
real
family.
shit would happen in my life where like I have a family member in the hospital. I would go visit that family member in the hospital and still make the fucking mic.
Right.
And looking back at it now, I'm like, man, I should have spent more time. I should have said, fuck the mic. I should have just hung out with my grandfather.
No, you should have spent more time at the mic.
Yeah.
That's how I mean,
I'm just making the point that
I hear what you say. I'm trying to be silly, but yeah,
I gave
understand what you're saying.
A lot. Dude, it was perfect for me. It's in my backyard. Started at 9:00. It'd be like even like Monday Night Football, but start after Monday Night Football. And anytime I worked, I had a job or school, whatever, it always worked with my fucking schedule. I never had to get up early the next Tuesday. But now I got a real fucking job. I have a career or whatever.
Yeah.
And now it's like I need it's I know. Yeah, dude, and we should talk about that too. But fucking, and let's just conclude. It was a good run. It was a good run.
It was a good run. It built for me and for, I think for you for sure. It's like it built something to where it's like anytime I get heckled,
right?
Anytime somebody has something to say or they want to like
you built that
shit,
fucking muscle.
There's a muscle twitch that I just can't turn off. It's like riding a bike. It's like, oh no, motherfucker, I know I'm a fat fuck,
right?
And I'm out of shape, but I know how to ride a bike. And so you get up on that bike and you go, oh, I was
doing that.
And I almost thank hecklers. Like after hecklers will come up to, dude, I did not mean. But every time they do, dude, I did not mean to do. They got destroyed.
Right.
They were like, I had no clue. You told me there was a landmine here.
Yeah.
I didn't believe you. Now my legs are broken off, and it's like, yeah, I should have just listened to what you said. But I almost thank hecklers now because I'm like, yeah, I really didn't want to do any of my jokes or material or
it feels better to go in on somebody.
Man, it feels.
But see,
even when it bombs, like crowd work doesn't always work. There's people in crowds that are like they're like, oh, I've seen how this goes, and they have a script. And me, I don't have a script, but I go, all right, there's something for me to work on then, because I didn't quite get this person the way I wanted to. I didn't quite get this person, and then I call people out for what it is. Like anytime crowds are looking at you like,
see, you're being fucking righteous, dude. You're being righteous. It
makes me feel better too.
Yeah,
it makes me feel better. Other comics look at it and they go, oh, he fucking bombed. Which it's true.
You're calling out bullshit,
right? But I'd rather do that. I'd rather die on my fucking sword.
Me too.
I'd rather do that because I'm like, I just can't. Here's what part I hate though. I die on my sword, and then the fucking next 5 people or whoever after me, they just, because that's been diffused.
Right. They're
like, oh, I could walk into this country and take it all over now. Like but I'm the one that fucking.
Yeah.
I'm the hurt locker. I'm the guy with the big shit. Like, oh god, this bomb. I'm like fiddling with a bomb. Like, oh, just.
I'm gonna wrap up swinging door and saying this. I'm not.
Yeah. What's your final thoughts?
I harbor no ill feelings towards that place. Or the owner. The thing was, I would have been open to bringing it back, but the owner completely went against me. He took the bartender side, who the bartender doesn't even work there anymore. The sub bartender, he was there for one night. He probably was like, I can't do this shit. He quit.
Right.
You know, because something was fucked up with him. He looked like an ex-drug addict that needed a fucking, he needed a hand. They gave him a hand, and he fucked everything up by playing Smash Mouth during my fucking set. So then, anyway, like I harbor no ill feelings towards them. If I see the owner in the street or whatever, I'd be like, hey, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Because we saw him during COVID when he almost had to shut the bar down. Yeah. So we saw he was
that
going
night. He was
shit.
Crying. That night he was.
Crying.
That night he was crying
like a little bitch.
Yeah. I felt so bad for him. You were like, yo, he's over there crying and shit. Yeah. I saw him at the bar. He was like, and you can see like little tears. And then I was like, dude, you're fucked up. I was telling you, you're fucked up.
He was like, give me another drink.
Yeah.
So the bartender, he was like, give me another drink. And I was
telling you, I was like, you're kind of fucked up. And you were like, I don't give a shit. He'll be all right.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
And then I was like, well, maybe he'll be all right. I don't know that relationship.
He's an old rich white guy who lives across the street from fucking Tom Brady's parents. All right,
he can't be doing that bad. Yeah, he can't be doing that bad.
He's fine. Yeah, he lives in his house is like, I don't know, $3 million.
Yeah, he's all right.
He lives in a suburbs of San Mateo. He's happy. There's no black. He has no black neighbors. So he's he's fucking happy.
He's hella racist.
He's hella racist, dude. So it's like whatever. He's fucking winning. And that night, I'll never forget. He was at the bar. He looked down on luck. It looked like if there was a gun somewhere. He looked like he'd put the gun in his mouth. You know what I mean? But not pull the trigger. But he'd kind of like a gun with no bullets. You know what I mean? Like he looked like that. And then, bro, you look so.
He put the gun to his mouth and he's crying. He's like,
yeah, but there's no bullets. He's like pulling the trigger.
click.
And just like Xavier was like, man, should we go over there?
For real, I'm
like, nah, it'll be all right. Like,
dude, the way I looked at him, I was like, man, he looks like he just fucking like the government came in and took all his shit. They just loaded like Red Fox. They just like bunch of trailers. They were like, yep, just take
all his money,
take all his shit back. Oh my God.
But that was, I mean, whatever. But he survived. Swinging Door survived.
He'll be all right.
We got everything we needed from that room. The owner, God bless him. Good luck to you, sir.
Yeah. I do. I do appreciate that room for what it was.
We can't be mad.
There was so many nights where it was just like, it was just every comic was having fun.
Right.
Every comic was hitting. And the reason why is because it's like you would come in and fucking do your thing, like, hey, what's up with you? Nah, faggot, and, and you little bitch, and like you'll just do this thing,
right.
And then the fucking crowd loved that.
Right.
There was nights where they loved it, and they were just like, and they stayed the entire night. They watched 40, 50 comics one after another.
Yeah.
Dude,
we had so many good audiences. We had
so many good
I remember one night we had like the crypto people there. I remember we had a Chinese Trump supporter. That shit was hella funny.
That shit was funny.
Chinese Trump. I stormed the Capitol.
Right. I remember that guy.
Funny.
Yeah.
There was always
so many characters. Oh, that white girl I got into it with.
That's legendary.
And
I was sitting in the back of the bar.
People were streaming it and putting it on Instagram Live. And shit.
I did too.
I had no idea. I was like,
that was fucking legendary. I was in the back of the bar. This fucking
bitch ass comics. That's why.
Hot drunk white chick goes, I could fuck anybody in this bar.
And you know what's funny? I heard that too.
You proud of that? What the fuck?
I remember when she said that. You turned around like, what? What the fuck did that bitch say? And I was like, relax, take it easy. But then when I got on stage and started talking shit, she's like, what? Yeah. I remember she came up with her 2 shots, and I was like, because I thought she was gonna throw those shots like in my face or something. I was like, you better stay the fuck right there. Like, don't fuck with me. And I just went in on her.
Dude, you lit her ass up. I think that was the night where Xavier was born.
Yeah, right.
That was when people are like, oh shit, we see him. This dude's a beast.
Yeah.
That was the night you kicked through the doors. Bro, you lit her ass up so bad her friends were trying to like.
Her friends left her. They left her. I saw it outside. It was so sad. They left her, and the friends were like,
she deserved it.
They were like on my side. They were like, they're so sorry. But of course, her one friend was Latin, the other one was black.
Bro, you were just doing your set, and she walks up, gets in your face, and like starts talking shit.
Yes.
And you were kind of like, what are you doing? Like,
right.
Fuck, are you stupid? And you just went in on her, and like she eventually ran out of things to say, and she was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and she just stood there.
Right.
It seemed like for 30 minutes she stood there. Dude, it was so like there were so many moments like that.
Yeah,
dude.
And the greatest thing about you is you just let it go. I saw you just like you had a timer. You're just like you put your arms crossed. You were like, oh yeah. Like I think I did like 17 minutes, and like 10 of it was just me shitting on her, just like and right to her face. And
dude, I got threatened at that bar before. Like, well, I've been threatened multiple times at that bar.
Yes, you have. Yes.
One time, there was like this old white chick in the back of the bar, and she was just fucking obnoxious and drunk, and she was like playing with her. She had like big saggy titties, and
she was playing with her titties.
She was playing with her titties, and I was like, "Ma'am,
that's awesome.
Stop playing with those cow udders." I said, "Stop playing with those sandbags." I said some shit like that, like, "Hey, you're being rude. Like, we're trying to do comedy over here."
Right.
And like, I remember like. Her husband came later, her boyfriend came later. He got in my face, and he had like a knife on him or some shit. And I'm like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Am I gonna do something? Like, do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He sat the fuck down. He didn't do nothing or whatever. But
right.
But like, I don't know, man. Like that room. I don't know. I went through everything in that room.
Right.
There's nothing that at this point, like that muscle. We have that muscle where it's kind of like we can deal with chaos or kind of recognize it.
Right.
I think a lot of comedians in this community, they don't have that muscle developed.
There's a few that I know, but
they probably do. Yeah, there's a few.
But
it's I should just say it's a good tool to have.
It's a good tool to have, man. It's a good tool to have. It's something that
you need to have it.
You have to have it.
Yeah.
No comedy show is the same.
Right.
Every comedy show has an element. It's either the crowd's into it, they're kind of half and half.
Right.
We thought this was something else. We thought we were going to see Dave Chappelle.
Right.
But these gangster moments, these moments where like people think they're fucking above the show. and you diffuse it in some way. Yeah, you recognize it and diffuse it, and it doesn't not all heckle. We don't heckle people and call everybody names and shit like that. We'll just be like, what do you do and why are you doing this?
Yeah,
ma'am, sir, get your put your wife in check, please. Like, buy her another ring. Whatever, like we'll do shit like that to you go in on them. You just let them know for what it is. And
hey, if they want to be targeted, they're talking shit, disrupting, man.
Right.
Like, dude, even like I said, the night swing door got shut down. Like, bro, I kept trying to. She kept yapping.
Yeah.
And like, okay, look. Then you put that bullseye on them, but then you go in on them. But man, it's it's sad, but it's good because that room, that place. You're not supposed to be hosting an open mic for 10 years, Like, if like Swinging Door, maybe I had a year or two, I should maybe, anyway, I handed off to Bobby. Basically, I was done running the mic.
Right, it was Bobby's at that point, right?
It was Bobby's mic, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I would come in, help him set up, do a set, and leave.
And it's perfect for him. He gets to have stage time. He's a young guy. He has the energy. He could do that stuff. But I thought it was interesting when he was like, "I'm done."
Oh, after me, he had my back.
Yeah. He was like, "I'm done too," because the owner reached out to him.
Yeah,
and then he was like, "No, I'm cool." Like I thought it was funny because it's like, it's hard. That room is not easy to deal with. That is it's like police level. It's like when you get called as a cop. Everything you go to is a hostile situation. That is the Swinging Door. Swinging Door is hostile, man. It's like, it's never a routine traffic stop. It's fucking somebody pissed. Fuck you. Fuck your ticket.
Yeah. But it was fun. It's we can look back at it and talk about it. But
it was fun. It was a fun, toxic place to be.
Yeah.
It was fun, toxic.
That's the best way to define it.
That's the best way to define it, right?
Place.
But for us, it's not toxic.
Yeah.
We're just saying that so whoever listens to this, the 2 or 3 people listen to this, are going to be like, "Yo, fun. I get it. Fun, toxic." Right. Like, but
it was a good place for us, man.
Yeah.
All sorts of mid to high level comedians. We got some good people came through, and it was a good experience. And now I got 2 other rooms I'm doing. And man, thank you, Swinging Door.
Yeah, for what it's worth.
For what it's worth. Thank you, man.
Thanks,
it was good. It was a good experience. It was fun, but now it's in the past now, man. Let's move on. Let's keep doing bigger and better things. And there's one thing I think we don't do. There's a couple. I have a couple questions for you. One, why does pandering make you so sick? What is pandering? How much do you see it, and why does it make you so sick?
When people sit there in the audience, because I was a fan of comedy before I ever did comedy, right? I think a lot
all
of us are.
Yeah,
we were fans, and when you sit in the crowd as a fan, you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what to expect. You might have an idea of how jokes are set up or whatever, but at the end of the day, you do not know what's funny and not funny until it happens.
Right.
When people go in and they pander, and I've pandered as well. Like we've all been down that. I've tried to be friendly. I've tried to pander, and I found out that pandering is the worst shit you can ever do. It's the worst thing for your soul. It's the worst thing for the audience.
People make a career out of it.
God bless them if they do, because
they're not happy doing it though.
Later on they're like, "Oh, I want to try this edgy joke now." It's like, but you didn't start off edgy, bro.
Yeah.
You didn't start off edgy, but you know what? Go ahead, try to start off edgy now. Go ahead. Like me, I'm like, go ahead, welcome it. But then they get mad when their edgy shit doesn't work, or they get mad when the edgy shit they get the grumbles, ooh, and they go, "Oh, I didn't expect that." And it was like, because you didn't accept that at first.
Right.
You came into this thing with rules. You get into comedy, it was like, I'm gonna please everyone. Good luck to you. Good luck with that.
Fuck.
Good luck. But pandering to me is like, not only do you look weak, the audience knows you're weak. They go, "Man, he's fucking, look what he's doing. Look at him tap dance.
Right.
Look at him tap dance. I'm over there doing the Fred Astaire."
Right.
And they're going, and then you're going, you're like, like, ta-da, and they go, ew. They just go, ew, and then after you go, during that whole time, you're thinking, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why does it matter? Why do they matter? They don't matter. They don't matter. At the end of the day, it's like, I want to make you laugh, but if I can't make you laugh, fuck you.
Right.
Fuck you. But I'm not here to, you have two things going through your mind. You're like, why aren't they laughing? I want to make them laugh. Why aren't they laughing? And it's like, it's stressful for yourself.
Right.
It's not real because most people are hacks anyways. Most people, they do the 9-to-5 job. All of us, right? We do the 9-to-5 job, the 9-to-5 thing. We're yes, ma'am, no, sir. Yes, ma'am, no, sir. And then when we do comedy, if you try to bring that world into it, it's like you're not. People don't like phoniness.
Right.
Like, when you talk to people at work and you're just like, hey, what's up, dude? Hey, look at that girl over there. She's pretty hot, huh? And then some dude is like, yeah, she is. Like, well, like this is kind of cool. Like we have a thing now because it's like, and then you run into guys like, hey, she looks pretty hot, huh? And he's like, well, I have a wife I've been with for 50 years. Like, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Eat your bagel and you know what I mean? Like, you're not being real. You're not being real. I saw you check her out. I checked her at the same time. I mentioned it to you, and all of a sudden, well, I don't. If you looked at it, you sinned already. It's like,
right.
Shut the fuck up. Like, it's bullshit. It's and that's why pandering makes me sick. It's like you guys are not being fair, and again, it's not every crowd. I mean, I've been doing really well lately in comedy. You have too. We've been doing really well, but there's moments in the really wellness where you go, like, you just remember the losses, and you're like, that they weren't being right, and then they laugh when you call them out on their bullshit. They're like, why are you being like this? And some dude would be like, she's always like this, and it's like, yeah, we know, and it's just like, I don't know.
Dude, you went in so deep on it. You're so right.
I'm very passionate.
You're 100% right. Then bring it back to swing door. That's where we would see it.
Yes,
we would see
yes.
the people who pander.
Yes, the people
they
who
would
pander.
try to pander.
Right.
It wouldn't work, and they would go, "Hey, I got a dark joke I've never told before, but this is the place for it." So like, people would come to swinging door and do the jokes they've always wanted to do, but they're too scared to do in like San Francisco or Oakland.
Right.
Dude, San Francisco and Oakland, like black, dude, I don't see any black room. There are still some black rooms in Oakland, but to me, San Francisco, Oakland, very similar audiences, almost identical. Hipsters, millennials. Oakland, I don't know. Tell me, you think they're the same pretty much?
Yeah, because Oakland's
techies, hipsters.
Oakland's West Oakland, especially as gangster as West Oakland is, it's gentrified, and that's how it goes. Gentrification is white people white people, not even white people, white minds. People, anybody that thinks like structural family, 9-to-5, making a lot of money, whatever, they go into these neighborhoods that are dirt poor or super hood. Like West Oakland is.
I'm sure they put a big fence around their house.
I'm telling you, bro. Like West Oakland is no joke if you're Latino or black, right?
Right.
But if you're white, it's like you get the free pass. And a lot of these people, man, they come to these shows. But here's the thing, though, about that is you don't know really, because I've said some crazy. I've talked about queefs.
Yeah.
I talked about rape on stage, and some of these crowds are like, oh yeah, that's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny. I mean, I guess
I don't want to judge.
The premise of rape is not funny at all.
Right.
It's just if you make the joke, make it a joke, and it's a good joke, people will like. Okay, that's a good joke. That's a good joke. But yeah, those crowd. You
make a good point. I blame the comics, not the audience.
Well, again, I don't.
It's up to us to dictate what's funny and what's not funny.
We try to make what they don't understand.
We're being sensitive too. Like, I'm just trying to have fun.
Right. But the comedy crowd, fuck. They think that they're supposed to be some type of way. They're supposed to laugh at certain things and not laugh at certain things. But sometimes, again, you don't know what's going to happen. And when somebody tells a funny ass rape joke, and you just can't help to laugh at it.
Yeah.
You're just like, that was good. Like that was a good way of putting it, or whatever.
See, but I think pandering, if me and you, we don't have any pandering in us.
I tried it a dozen times, and I hated it.
I can't do it. I'm like, man, even when like looking back at Swinging Door, like re-listening back to audio when a night shut down, I'm like, man, why did I shit on the bartender? I'm like, because I knew he sucks.
Nah, but but he knew he sucked too, and he knew this was premeditated.
Yeah,
his whole thing was premeditated. He made himself try to be him, the bigger of the show. No, you're a fucking bartender.
Right.
Get the drinks, collect tips if you get any, and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's your job, dude. That's your job. Like but he knew that beforehand, and he goes, "Nah, I'm still gonna fuck with this." He looked at you and was like, "Oh, this little wimp," and then he had no clue what position you put him in.
Right.
He was like, "Oh, my boy told him. My boy told me he was a little bitch, but obviously he's quick with his words. He was fucking mouthy. Something he couldn't."
Yeah, but it's just like, if we pander, we would probably be buddy with all the comics more.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. But I don't want to be buddy with those people. I don't want to be buddy with those people anyways.
We would be getting booked more. Maybe we would win some of these competitions that we do. Come on, Xavier.
Dude,
let's just be gay, bro.
No, man. I had a competition in SAC the other night. I said the first 2 jokes, and they were good. They're good jokes.
Yeah.
And like, people were like, but they're, a lot of them were like comics, and then some crowd, but they were just not feeling it. And I go, "Oh no, fuck you. That was a good joke."
Right.
I said, "Fuck you. That was a good joke." And I talked about how gay they were. but it was like, you're in a competition, right? But it's like, fuck the competition. Now at that point I said, competitions I was just happy to be at a different stage that I have not performed on. Yes, did I think about the competition? Did I think about winning and shit like that? Yes, all that goes through your mind. But when you're on stage and people don't laugh at the good jokes that you put together, then at that point I said, fuck them. They don't deserve the rest. Like, why would I do the rest?
What do you think it was about that room? How many people were in the room, first of all?
The show went on too long, but when I got on, so what happened was there was
So you don't blame the audience, you blame how the show was run. That kind of made the energy bad in the room. There's always something.
Yeah, but I'm not upset though. Like, I mean, so this is what happened. Look, I'm not upset. What happened was the guy started the show. He did his thing, right? As he should. He should do his 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, it's his show.
It's his show, absolutely. That dude's funny too, by the way. Then he did the bucket thing where he's like, "Oh, this next comic pulling names out of a hat."
Okay.
So he did like 5 comics, and then the judges all had sets.
Yeah, that's weird.
And thank God, I love the one judge. I love her to death. But I was like, I almost during my set wanted to be like, fuck the judges.
Right.
Because like, fuck your set. Like, we're here trying to do this. The night's prolonged. I just went on at a wrong time. I had too many beers. I don't drink.
Right.
I had way too many beers. And when I went up, I thought my jokes were going to work. I didn't have energy. I didn't have anything. So I do blame myself. I didn't have the energy that I usually have. And then I said, well, fuck you guys. Cause I'm not pandering to you.
Right.
And I don't care about how far I drove to be here. But it was a fun night still. We still had hell fun. Like,
yeah,
we went to Popeyes. Like we were drunk, went to Popeyes. Like, it's the journey part that was dope. So I'm not mad at the competition. It just,
I don't know. George Carlin says always blame the audience. It's easier just to do that. But because it's easy just to, they sucked and then just move on. It's a non-emotional. I think he said that just to be like, don't dwell on it, just move forward. I don't think he meant it literal. So in that perspective, I'm like, that's good fucking advice.
He probably did. He probably did mean it literal.
You think he meant it literal?
Yeah.
But it's not always the audience's fault. Sometimes it's 50-50. Sometimes it's more me than them. Sometimes it's more them. It's depending on the situation.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I think the pandering thing is so interesting to me, man. Because I mean, you hit the nail on his head. But like,
how do you feel?
I mean, me and you, we talk about this, man. We don't get, we get booked here and there. We do some good shows here and there, but there's different comedies. And I think it's always been like this. It's split up. There's certain groups. There's people who are buddy, and I think if me and you pandered and we pretended to be something we're not, we'd be getting booked a lot more. But I think, look, man, I don't feel like even this morning I was thinking about this. I'm like, man, like I think we're winning. I feel like I'm winning. Like I have a good job. I make decent money. I have a decent place. I have some good friends. You know, I'm doing well in my life. Okay, so what? I'm not doing that show or doing this show. Like there's good shows that I would like to do, but I know I'll never get booked on. And you know what? Like I gotta listening to that Swinging Door audio. I'm like, man, I wouldn't book me either. You know,
that's perspective.
I mean?
That's perspective, though. That's dope that you looked at it that way. Like, yeah, oof, like that's not. Oh.
I get it. I get why people don't book me. Hey, look, it's not completely fair because it's just like they're not taking any context of the situation. Like you said, you talked to this guy and he was like, Emon, like when you brought my name up, you kind of went, yeah. Because like people forget the context. When it's a professional show and there's like real people in the audience, it's not an open mic. This is a showcase. Let's say there's 4 or 5 comics and we're each doing 10 minutes, whatever. Just for example, right? I'm not trying to make the show bad. You know what I mean? Like if the show sucks, it's not gonna be my fault. Like I am professional, dude. I try to come in, I try to have a good time, I do my jokes. You know what I mean? But I get it, man. So like now, I think I can't be angry at anybody for not booking me, and which is fair because you know I'm not pandering to those comics to book me.
Yeah.
There's so many comics that have good shows, good rooms. I've never even asked to be put on their show. Because one, if they want me to do the show, they can ask me. You know, everyone asks me, oh, send me a clip. I got videos on YouTube. What do you mean, dude? Like, I have a video, and then I send my clip to comics.
The sending me the clip is so. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Go
ahead. Tell me.
No.
Tell me, please.
I did it. The people that you think are your.
Send me a clip. It fucking pisses you off.
The people
send me a clip.
The people that you think are your buddies or something in the beginning. You kind of sense at some point you're like they're full of shit.
Yeah.
Like even in the conversation, but you don't want to fully believe it. You want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
I know you called me out on this before. You're like, yo, I thought you and him were hella cool, and it's like I thought we were cool too.
Right.
I thought we were gonna have gay sex. Like that's how cool we were. You know what I mean? Like. I'm being silly. I like when you do the eyebrow
You were
thing.
tight. You were tight.
Yeah. We were tight, but
writing jokes together, doing mics together. All of a sudden, he gets a room. He sees you kill. He has seen you kill multiple times, but will not put you on his room.
Or hey man, let me know when you have a Type 5. Really? I just did 10 minutes and I fucking smashed.
I smashed harder than you.
I smashed the room. Yeah. I just
What the fuck?
And it's like, all right. That's when you know you're like,
okay, why? What is it about me or you that even when other comics see us smash and they see us do well, why won't they put us on their show?
Because is it
because we're funnier than them? Do we scare them? Do they think we're
they don't think
unsteady?
they don't think we're funnier than them, but that's every comic. Every comic has a thing, or most comics have this thing where it's like they won't admit. That's why I love Mark Neuer.
Right.
Mark Neuer is a true champion, man. He openly admitted to me that he was like, this comic is better than me.
Right.
And I can live with that. He was like, I can live with that. Now I don't agree with him that this comic's better than him.
Right.
But I understand where he's coming from, and him finding that type of perspective is like, that's what happened with Carlin. Carlin looked at Sam Kinison and was like, fuck, he's better than me. Now I got to work really hard.
Yep.
And
it drives you.
It drives you. Yep. And you should have that. You should have that where I look at, everyone should look at Richard Pryor and go, fuck, he did this in the 60s and 70s.
When we saw Louis C.K. live in the city, fuck, dude, I almost fucking got fucking pneumonia getting that fucking. I walked through a storm.
Oh yeah, I remember you were hella
dude.
wet.
I was
but you always.
I was like, man, he's fucking hilarious.
But after that show, you almost want to get down on one knee or salute him or something. You want to pay homage. You want to throw your panties at him. It's like, go ahead, because he did his thing. But no. And then people tell you, oh, I want you on this project. I want you on this, and then
they're blowing smoke up your ass.
Maybe not, but it's like so much time has passed where it's like it's like, oh, well,
Comics don't
they won't
support-
remember.
yeah.
He won't remember. They won't remember. But it's like the thing with me is like, and I hate this about myself, because I really do believe I'm a good guy, but I do save my receipts.
Right.
I save my receipts.
I'm petty too.
I save them to like just. Yes, I'm petty, but at the same time, I look at them as
Fucking Michael
this
Jordan
is what
was
this
petty.
is what I was told, and then this is what didn't happen. But it all goes back to the phoniness of a crowd.
Yeah.
It goes back to the phoniness of comics, of comedy, of the business, of anything that you do in life, and it shouldn't be that way. That's the thing. It shouldn't be that way in comedy.
Gatekeeping? Is it control? Is it is it trying to minimize us? Is it trying to like, keep us down? Like, what do you think it is?
Here's the thing.
There's certain comics in the scene who won't fuck with us. There's certain places I don't like. Me and you, maybe we can get into if we kiss enough ass to get there, but I don't think we'll ever kiss enough ass to get there. But what? Why
you can't?
Do they want to keep us down? What is it that they? Why?
It all goes back to you have to have. I was talking to a comic I really respect. He was telling me that. You have to have ego to do this. You have to have something in you to go up on stage and make this about you. Right. So you have to have that. So that's something that we all have to have. So you can't dismiss that. You also have to look at it as that's part of it. Like you have to be so. But a lot of these people think they're better than what they are. They're too self-indulged. They took Superman's kryptonite and made it their own. But gatekeeping, I understand it. But it's like, you know what? If they're gatekeeping, how like what would that room have done for you anyways? In your career. And here's the other thing too that I'm finding out. You know, there's people that go to LA, they go to New York, they come back here.
Yeah.
It's like, but I see another successful comic that's from here that is on the road constantly. Arizona, New Mexico, Oklahoma, just all over the place. Then does a spot in New York.
Yeah.
Then so it's like, there's like two routes, right? There's
different ways to go.
There's different ways to go about it. You could be a New York person. Somebody comes from out of town to come see you.
Yeah.
You could be a Las Vegas comic where people come out of town to see you, or you could be a traveling comic. It's like, which one do you what path do you prefer?
I've just accepted that this is how things are. Like it's not a bad thing. That I think I'm paved my own path.
Yeah.
And I wasn't meant to be cool with these comics anyway. I think I can't be angry at it. Like we're just different people.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. And it's not that. I think the painful thing is like they've seen you kill. They've seen me kill.
Yeah.
And they still won't put me on the show. That's what pisses you off. It's like, bro, you know I'm funny. Like, what the fuck? Like, you're not gonna put me on your show? Like, I just killed.
Yeah.
You're not gonna put me on a show? But it's like, I think you kind of have to put blinders on. Just be like, fuck your show, peace, whatever.
Yeah, but it's good. I'm glad you brought this up because I've seen you kind of change your whole thing. I mean, because you did the Swinging Door Upstairs, which is like a fucking comedy club.
Yeah, it's like
a great little comedy club that no one knows about really.
Yeah.
Like this should be a comedy club. And you fucking built that room up, and you were like, I'm only putting on people that do clubs. They've been in the game for how long? Like Carla Clay, she's amazing. Right. And so you
had Cody Woods and Kabir Singh there the last showcase I did.
Dude, and they're good. Yeah. Cody Woods, Kabir Singh, they're great.
Cody Woods, I've never seen one kill that hard before. Mario Hodge, he fucking killed Swinging Door too. He had a great set there.
Yeah.
He killed hella hard.
But see how you did all these like established people, right?
Yeah.
Established people, you knew you were going to win. You're like, I'm putting the best of the best together. You did that, and that was awesome. And then now that you're like, you got the Rail Club, you got Lariat, you got a couple different things going on.
Right.
Now you're like, okay, I'm going to give people that I like a chance. I'm going to give people that maybe are not so great, but they need some showtime. Some showtime to get in this.
It's kind of funny.
So
too.
you like evolved in a way where it's like you're a good producer. You and Seamus, you guys go. All right, this girl, fuck it, put them on.
Right.
Because no one gave me a chance. I'm gonna give somebody else a chance. the problem is like, why don't they ever look back and go, yeah, that motherfucker gave me a chance. And why don't I put him on my shit? But
well, the comic that we were talking about that won't put you on his show, that put me on his show, he still kind of disrespected me when he put me on his show. He only gave me 5 minutes and introduced me as a young up-and-coming comedian. He introduces me as a young up-and-coming comedian. I had to go on stage and like, look at my bald head. Is this a bald, young?
Is this up and coming?
What the fuck?
This is up and going.
Yeah, bro.
You know what's funny about that? He's smart though. He's smart. He's a smart dude. He's
Treating
a smart
me like
dude.
the help.
Hey, but
Cause like, I need you to show people to their tables and shit. Like, what the fuck is this?
it's funny though, because when he says that, when he told me like just right now, he said that like a new up and coming. It's so if you do go off the rails, wow, everyone, that was a new up and comer. It was still protecting, but you know,
I had a good set. I wish I had more time. Even though other comedians I talked to were like, yeah, you probably should have done. Like, I just asked for 7 minutes. I was like, dude, just let me do at least 7.
Right.
You know, but
light me if I'm doing bad or if I'm not getting the room. I don't know.
Yeah, I felt like 7 would have been fair.
Light me a minute earlier or something. I don't know.
He paid me $100, which was cool. But it's like,
good.
I don't know. I feel bad. You're my homeboy. If I do a show, then you can't do it. I get, it upsets me too, because it kind of hurts me. Like, I'm like, why? Like, bro, he's fucking funny. You know. Yeah,
but that's okay though, because it's like maybe I don't want to do that anyways.
Right.
I'm finding more perspective, because I remember when we were first talking about this, I was upset, and I was like, but then I realized the bitch assness of that person, and I was like, okay, I've always had this thought.
Sneaky feeling.
I've always had this thought of like, this is too good to be true. Yeah. I've always like this, like, but he's such a good guy, he's such a nice guy, but it's like something's not quite. And then you called me out on it too. You were like, you sure, man? This and this and this and this, and I was like, no. But then I was like, oh no, I think Emon got me, dude. I think he's right. And then when that shit started happening, I was like, yeah, you know what? It is what it is. Again, different paths, but.
Right.
If that person thinks that part of the field is greener, good for you. And that person too is more about making money. And listen, if you want to make money,
it's hard to make money in comedy.
It's so hard to make money in comedy. That's why I salute that person, but at the same time I go, we're not the same.
Do you remember Jeff Morris?
Yeah, he used to run the Valley Inn. The Valley Inn, Castro Valley. Yeah.
Oh my god, I fucking love that.
Shout out Jeff Morris, man. During the pandemic,
birthday a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I fucking love that guy.
Yeah, he's cool, man.
He's a good old man. He was cool as fuck.
I used to love how he used to introduce me. He said, "Your next comic, Xavier Bronson." like I was a wrestler. I felt like Stone Cold. I was like, like I felt good when he used to introduce me.
That was like that was like a grittier swinging door, the Valley Inn.
Oh, it was fucking
It was like swinging door 50 years ago, like before, because swinging door you get some techies, some nerds, because it's in the peninsula, so you get some rich kids. That place got
people in the back like
that place was all like white trash and
white trash and gravel, redneck Mexicans,
some rich some rich people here and there, but they were always like the crooked, like they were always like rich people did coke or something.
Yes. There was something off about a dude in a suit and tie at that fucking bar.
Exactly.
You're like, what are you doing here, man? He's getting biker coke.
Dude, it had so many good sets in that fucking place. I was so mad, dude. I fucking love that place.
It was so loose. It was great. That was the first place I actually like. It
was the only outdoor mic I liked.
Every one of my sets, I was on a stool.
Yeah,
telling comedy from a stool like I was fucking 15 years in the game. But I was just like, but it was.
He would give you 10 minutes.
Yeah, he would give you a lot of time.
Yeah, he would give you a lot of time.
If there wasn't a lot of people, he'd give you a lot of time.
10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, one time he let me do like 20, 25 minutes.
That's what I was talking about. It was crap,
but it was like, thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Yes. It helped you. It helped me develop. That fucking place was great. A back room in the back of a fucking Valley Inn hotel.
It's not even a back room. It's a fucking
it's like gravel.
Tarp and gravel on the ground. It looked like it looked like a Mexican barbecue. All the time. Yeah, it just.
I fucking love that room. So anyway, the point is I bring this up because there was one comedian His name is Blake. Do you remember Blake?
Blake Sweet.
Blake Sweet.
He's hella cool.
Yeah,
he's
a
back
good kid.
actually. He's back in the game.
He's
actually.
back in the game for how
Shout
long?
out Blake
For
Sweet.
how long, Blake?
Yeah, I know for how long, but
Like a couple months.
But he's a guy too. He quit his fucking money making job.
Oh, what an idiot.
He started his own business with his
he
own
did?
time. Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah. It's not nothing I would do, but hey, dude, he's like he's shredding off weight on the airplane so he can make the landing. His landing is comedy, so he's like, you know what I mean? He's throwing shit out of the plane.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't need these fucking luggage, and his wife's like, we need those. He's like, fuck your clothes, I'll buy you new ones. You know,
Blake, you're a sweet guy, but I don't know, man.
But
Are you sure? Like, good luck to you, buddy. But
dude, he looks like dude from Parks and Rec. So
Dan Oberman.
Ron Swanson.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
is it Oberman? Is that no? What's the fuck?
Ron Swanson is the guy though, right, in the show?
I think the actor's name.
Yeah, he looks just like him. He could.
He was in The Last of Us, the HBO show.
Oh, was he? Yeah.
He played a gay dude. Like he made out with a dude, and my dad was like, "Yo, did you see fucking?"
Yeah,
I was
hey,
like, that shit was weird, dude.
He was hella funny in the Millers. We Are the Millers.
I had just had that on Netflix.
God,
He was great
so
in
fucking funny.
The Founder. He played
one of the McDonald,
Yeah.
one of the McDonald brothers.
Fuck out.
They got
I'll look him up.
fucked.
I'll look
Anyways,
him up later. But
yeah, they
the
got
point
fucked.
is, I had a talk with him, and like he was telling me he wants to quit. I was like, how much money you make, in your day job?
Yeah,
He's like,
always
dude,
making a lot,
I think he
dude.
told me a lot, man. I think he was making like 100, 120K or some shit like that.
Something.
I'm like, bro, do not quit your fucking day job. I'm like, dude, there's no money in this.
Especially you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you wanted to say.
Yeah, I told him. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, dude, do not do it. Because I started breaking it
what
down to him.
what are you getting at? Tell me the
Dude,
breakdown.
even comedians that we know, like Samuel Bade or whatever, like everyone here, they all like fucking drink the sweat off of his balls. All these fucking gay comedians, Sammy, like whatever. And I'm like, bro, like, I think Sammy, like, dude, I don't think. Like I think he makes a living out of this. I think he makes good money because once you become a comedian,
he's a full-time comedian.
Full-time
Oh,
comedian.
okay, yeah.
Supposedly he makes a lot of money doing colleges, which me and you will never do colleges. They'll never.
I just want to do frat rooms.
We can do frat rooms and they'll love us. They'll pay us in beer.
Yeah.
But we won't be doing
Pay
no
us in
fucking
keg.
colleges. Yeah.
Here's your keg, bro. You need help to your car?
See, but I'm getting somewhere. Like,
Yeah.
there's two different. Like, we don't pander. You know what I mean? If we pander and we try to write, if we want a college act, I think me and you could do it, but we don't because it's not fun.
But to be fair though,
But that's how you make money. Like you become
Right.
Hassan Minaj. Like you're a corporate. He's such a clean cut dude. You know what I mean? You become a corporate comedian. Like you can do that.
Right. You could do that. Yeah. I think to be fair though, I think the.
But I hate that shit. It's gross to me.
Well, see, that's the thing though. So that's the thing. That's why I don't even get upset because I think the person you're bringing up, he does a lot of like wordplay and a lot of like smart, witty stuff.
He's good though. He's
No.
funny.
I'm not saying he's not good.
Right? Neither of us are. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah. No. He's great in his own right. I mean, but I think to be fair though, he can work colleges because of his material.
Right.
He's a great writer.
Right.
That night he came to the Swinging Door and did his set. He just did a lot of. He just wrote down. He was just writing, and then he was just going through what he wrote down, and you could tell his shit is methodical.
Yeah.
It's well put out. It's structured. There's a lot of shit going on. Me and you are not like that, so I understand that. Like we're structured, but we're structured in our own silliness.
Right.
We're not structured in the way.
I need to say this here, that word here. Pause 3 seconds.
Right, because
and say this.
Right,
Like,
'cause I think I saw a clip of
everything
his.
written out.
Right, I think I saw a clip of his where he was doing this joke and then he called back some type of math equation and into a number system, and so. So all the it's fun. It's fun
Right.
for like, oh, that's I think his punchline was like, "Yo, it equals pi, right?" And pi is 3.14, and he was like, and so it's so if you take that to a college is gonna be like, "Oh shit, oh he's talking about us!" Like, wow, high five, like fucking Stanford kids just fucking.
Two fucking 30 minutes.
I fucking hate Stanford.
I know.
Oh, the football team was so dope, but they would cut. To the fans in the crowd, and there's always some nerdy Asians playing fucking magic cards. They're like, "Hey," and they all have fishnet hats on. They're like, "Hi, yeah, acid dagger," like whatever fucking card they had. That's the only person I know in all the magic cards. But
team to smack them upside down and rip
but the football team was like just these fucking
big
Nazis.
Monsters,
they were Nazis. They were just pounding everyone. They just had this offense where it's like 10 fucking white boys, and we just all pushed the line forward, and they were like so gruesome. And then they cut to the crowd, some Chinese kids like, "Hey, mom, dad, hey, how are you? I'm at Stanford. We're playing chess."
It's during the football game.
Yeah, during the fucking football game. I'm like, bruh.
But the point is, like,
I'm sorry, right now, tangent.
Like, dude, like, you can make good money in comedy. If that's your goal, like this comic,
but you can't be mad at that though, right?
Yeah, that's
because the way the way how they're funny is they put in he looks like he puts in a lot of work to his shit, and I commend him for that. And I've seen him actually perform in Santa Cruz one time. He was working on his hour or something, his special, and so they let him go for 45 minutes doing his thing. His smart stuff,
it's good.
Whatever, it was good, but that crowd was like, "We're here to get fucking drunk." So he started doing crowd work, and then that was kind of loosening up the stuff, right? And so it was like, okay, he's working, like he's doing his thing. So I don't know, man. It's just I get it though. The corporate thing, I respect him, dude.
I respect him. He hustles, but part of me is kind of like,
are you saying
not my path? But I'm saying,
but are you saying the other comics look at him?
When I was talking to Blake, don't quit your day job because you make this amount of money, and I pointed to that specific comic because I'm like, from what I hear, he's making 6 figures doing comedy. But look how long it took him to get there.
I think he was on Netflix too, though.
He had a show on.
He had a show on Netflix.
You think he's making more? What?
He should be. I mean,
I don't know, man. Just because you're on Netflix doesn't mean you're making a lot of money.
That's true.
They put everybody on there now.
That's true, but I mean,
Chappelle got $20 million for his special. I don't know. I mean, this comedian doesn't have a special on Netflix, but the point is, once you become he's established. But
that comedian probably could have a Netflix special now.
You know, people want to support comedians, so we put a special on. We put it on iTunes. We put it for like $3 or some shit.
Yeah.
You know, if 20,000 people pay $3, I'm just giving an example. So you can make money doing comedy, but you know, you have to be funny first. You have to find your voice first. And that's a long fucking...
It takes time.
It's a long road. Because, dude, I'm 5 years in. I don't, like... I have to remind myself of this. Like, even this morning, it's like... I have to look at where I'm at right now. I've been doing this for 5 years. Sometimes I get angry because I've done all these man-on-the-street videos. I have, like... over 150,000 views on TikTok right now, which ain't shit because some people, they get 150K in one fucking video, right?
Right.
And it's just like, man, I have all this funny content out there that I've done, and I sometimes I'm like, man, I should be somewhere, but it's like, you know what, like, nah, I'm living righteously, and I'm happy where I'm at, and you know, I struggle with this because I want to quit my fucking day job too.
We all want to quit, man.
Yeah.
But it's only a matter of time before we do quit, though. I mean,
who knows? I hope so.
All this stuff going on with my job, it's just like it's kind of like, I feel like it's the universe telling me like, yo, dude, you gotta fucking, you know, like at some point, like.
And that's also one thing I want to talk about too, man. The fucking struggle, dude. The day job struggle. I have this fucking career, you know. I got promoted recently, and now I'm going.
Every time I hear career, I want to throw up.
Oh, me too. Because it's fake. It's like, it's not a fucking career. It's like, they're selling me on something. They're like brainwashing me on something. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. It's like they're dangling the hot dog in front of my mouth, and they keep making me run to get it. So now it's like,
what it is. Yep.
Yeah. So now I'm applying for assistant manager roles. And, like, I go into interview with this guy, and he's the area manager. So he's like, there's assistant manager, branch manager, area manager.
Yeah, you were telling me something about this. So
manages all the branch managers.
Yeah.
So this guy's been with the company for 10 years. And dude, every time I meet with him, he just makes me sick. You know, no one likes him in the company, but besides that, it's just like that's not even irrelevant. But it's like, because like my area manager, she's cool. He's been with the company longer. I think he's 10 years in. I think she's like 7 years in, but she's not completely. She understands that this is just a job. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she understands the bullshit. But this dude, he lives this shit. Like, he tries it. Like, he tries to say, like, I am this company man, and blah blah blah, and you know, you gotta know the founding values, and you gotta know all the fucking rules, and blah blah blah, and that's the life.
Blah. And
I think he sees in me that I'm like, meh. So he didn't give me the job. So I think he sees that, like, man, what, like, this, fuck you, man. Like, this is bullshit. Like,
well, you're not a robot.
Yeah, he wants robots. He wants to hire.
Everybody wants robots. Yeah, that's why Mexicans get hired everywhere, because we just do the work, no questions asked.
Yeah.
But it's I know we talked about this before.
It makes me sick, dude. I can't, like, this job, like, it's paying the bills and everything, but I remember calling you and talking to you. It's like, man, fuck this shit, dude. Like, that's the emotional side of me, where I'm like, man, just fuck this shit. I'm gonna like quit my job, just rent this place out, bounce, go get like a gym, because dude, that's how comics live. They get a gym membership to shower,
yeah, dude,
and they sleep in their fucking car.
As much as much shit as comics talk about other comics, or like these up and coming comics talk about older comics that don't have respect. Like, you got to give respect where respect's due.
Yeah.
Like there's this weird hate with Tiffany Haddish. People like do not like her.
She was asleep in her car.
Exactly. That they had a documentary on her.
Yeah.
She was like putting on heels, like she was sleeping in her car, not even in the back seat. She had to just yank the seat handle up and roll back, and that was her life. And she's from L.A.
But how long did she sleep in her car? Didn't Kevin Hart give her a place or something?
Yeah, I mean, probably now, but it's like as much as you don't like her, or she's not your type of comics, like,
she's funny.
You got to give respect where respect's due, though. It's like she went through the thing where it's like, I've been there.
Yeah, well,
I've been homeless a couple times. But being homeless to do comedy too, it's like, I commend her, dude. Like, you have to be on another level. Like, she's not the first comic to do it. She's not the last comic to do it. But
that's a good example, though.
But she has so much hate against her. For whatever reason, I don't know. The fat black girls don't like her. The other skinny girls don't like her.
Right.
And she's like, she's cute, and so like just like anything, her own people are going to hate her. Her own people are going to love her.
Right.
Same with Mexicans. Like, all Mexicans hate me. So it's like, I understand the hate. But it's like, you got to give credit where credit's due.
This is me and you in a tough spot, man, because we got kids and shit.
You got too many. Yeah, I got too many, man.
You got how many kids you got?
I got 5, dude.
Jesus
I got
Christ.
5. If I have 5, I love them all.
How often do you forget their names? Like,
I don't, man. Yeah, fucking. Oh no, when I call them though, I have the same. I'm like, Kobe, Kyra, but I meant to call Cassius, and I call Cassius, but I meant to say Cairo. You know what I mean? So it's like, I get fucked up with that, but
bro, you can't. You're you make the money, you take care of shit. You can't quit your job and do comedy.
I can't quit my man. But here's the thing: at some point, I have to. At some point, I gotta bite. At some point, I'm not prepared now, but I think this thing going on with my job now is like, you better start prepping for the future, because you don't know where you're going to be after this contract, or after this, or after that. So
but the good thing about our jobs is they don't fuck with our comedy. Right. I think that's a good thing. Like, mine's 8 to 5.
Right. Sometimes
I get off a little later, maybe 5:30, 5:45. But for the most part, it doesn't fuck with my comedy. The only thing it does fuck with is like, man, I got to get up so fucking early in the morning, 5:30 a.m. That's fucking early, dude. So
Yeah.
the sleep is the hard part, because like when you do comedy, you go out, it's hard. You don't want to go home early. You want to stay out all night.
Oh my god, I've been like binging lately. But it's
That's the struggle,
but I'm on
man.
another level now. It's
Right.
like I go do a show, then I stay all night and we talk, we laugh, but it kind of just like makes things I don't know if it makes you funnier, but
Right.
it makes you more like, this is part of the journey. You're
Right.
supposed to enjoy these moments. Like, there's some comics, dude, they're like, I need to go to a mic where there's people. I need to perform like this right now. And it's like, dude,
fun.
you
You're not having
gotta
fun.
slow down and smell the
Right.
flowers every now and then. Because you don't get your flowers in comedy every night. You get a lot of dog shit.
Yeah.
So when you get to flowers, like, enjoy the flowers, motherfucker, because
Right.
it doesn't, life is once. That's it.
Yeah, let's talk about a couple more things before we get out of here. But it's a fucking struggle, dude. It's fucking hard, man.
It's hard, dude.
Like, I'm an honest person, bro. Like, my boss, she knows, dude. Like, comedy, like, this, I'm good at my job. Like, we get rated on certain things, and like, I'm rated really highly. So like, I'm doing a good job, but at the same time, I don't give a fuck.
Well, yeah. Well, here's the
Like,
thing.
this dude called me and told me I didn't get the assistant manager job. He wanted it to hurt.
Yeah.
He wanted me to be angry.
Right.
But I was like, all right. I was like,
Yeah.
And it threw him off. He was like, he doesn't care. I was like, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I knew you weren't gonna give me the.
You're
fucking
not
job.
hurt. You're not crying.
Yeah.
Why aren't you crying? It's like, because this is not it for me.
Yeah.
That's why I laughed. That's why I was when we were talking, I was like, listen, this dude, he's not the only one.
Yeah.
That's all he has.
That's all he has.
That's it.
He lives, sleeps, shit.
He lives, shits, eats,
Fucking
renting cars.
Renting cars, dude.
And when you look at it that perspective, you sit back and you just go, ha ha, because that's what it is. It's like, that's why I feel bad for a lot of people.
Right.
A lot of people, and God bless the comedy fans.
Right.
They go out, they're like, I fucking hate my 9-to-5 job, but God damn it, just let me laugh. I just want to laugh. I just want to fucking laugh. I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know how you're gonna do it. But I know I came here to laugh. So
I just had a random thought right now. We should rename this podcast. What is it? Iron sharpens iron.
Iron sharpens iron.
We should rename this podcast Iron Sharpens Iron. Dude, I swear to God.
No, because then you're gonna get like jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai people. They can't say that. That's not really iron. Like, oh, okay.
Oh, jiu-jitsu. Here's my fucking
and they're gonna kick our ass.
45. Let me see you fucking choke this out.
And then they're gonna kick our ass. Like, you can't have that. That's some Bruce Lee line or some shit.
Man.
I don't know, dude. But
what's wrong with your fucking ears, man?
right.
Your ears look fucked up. But man, I got to be honest with you. We're gonna wrap this up soon, but I hate to. You talk to me a lot about passive aggressiveness. I still don't understand passive aggressiveness.
You don't understand passive aggressiveness?
Bro, you've explained it to me so many times, but I still don't understand. Can you explain to me one more time what is passive aggressiveness?
Okay, well, let me give you an example, and then let me see.
You get really
let me
passionate
see.
about this shit, and it makes you sick. And I think in our comedy community, well, we see fun comedians. One, a lot of pandering, which we can't just do. I wish I could. I wish I could pander and be like, oh, hey, come on, let's go to therapy together. You know what I mean? Like, oh, your wife is beautiful.
Are you in therapy?
Yeah.
Are you in therapy? Who here does therapy?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I got one person over here. I think I got it.
Here, give me $20. I'll listen to your thoughts. Whatever stupid shit. It's like, bro, I can't. I have no pandering in me. And two is like passive aggressive, dude. Like, let's just be honest. You don't like me. I don't like you. Just tell me you don't like me.
Okay.
Passive aggressive is
okay. We're two women, right?
Right.
We're two women.
All right. What's your?
I'm gonna throw a passive aggressive line at you. You're probably not gonna take it because, like, if we're two women and I don't like you and you don't like me,
okay.
I go, oh, Amanda, I love how you could just wear anything.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have and
you would just wear
and then you look at your dress like, oh, this bitch got me. Like, this dress isn't good. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but that's
trashy.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a backhanded compliment. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny because one time I went out with my girl one time and we were at a club, and you know, she was looking good. She had a dress on. We were sitting. She don't drink. I was having a drink. We were chilling, and this other girl of this other dude tells my girl. She goes. I like your watch. And then my girl goes, thank you. Like, but not like a genuine thank you. Like, thank you. Like, kind of like something behind the thank you.
Yeah, of course, because she felt like, the passive aggressiveness.
I was like, what? What the fuck was that? Like, I asked her, I'm like, something about this seems kind of weird. And she goes, that's how girls talk sometimes. She's like, you won't get it. And I was like, I know what she was doing. I'm like, explain it to me. What the fuck was she doing?
So you're both dumb. And
she didn't explain it to me because I knew something. I never forgot that moment. I'm like, what was that about? What the fuck you mean you like her watch? The Apple Watch.
But she said, no. But she was like, he. No, because Apple Watch, it's dope. But if you're going to a club, it ain't sexy.
Right.
If you go to a club, you're a nerd. Like, you should be having a fucking Tiffany's on or a bracelet or some.
You shouldn't be wearing an Apple Watch to the
whatever.
club.
Like, because women suck.
Who cares?
And so,
right.
But do you see how you kind of dismiss it?
Right.
You kind of dismissing it. You're kind of just going like just what you just did right now.
But dive deeper into it. So what is it? Because
it's somebody trying to bring you down in a way that's not fucking. Oh, you're a fucking bitch. They're just like, oh, you could just wear anything. Like, you just.
It's a slight.
It's a slight. It's like when sometimes when you're at a comedy show. And you bomb, and somebody comes up to you and like, I thought you were funny. I thought you were funny. Or
I hate that shit.
Or it's like, dude, you were funny. No one else got it though, but I got it. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't even know if that's not a good example, but I'm just saying like, it's something where it's like you're not being honest.
Right.
You're not being honest. Like a friend of ours, he bombed at a show one time, and some fucking asshole came up to him and was like, "You suck. You're not good at this, and you should quit."
Well, at least it was a bad night. That's for sure.
Yeah. But that's not being passive aggressive. That's being straight up. That's being straight up. Like, I'm telling you, how I felt and whatever. Like, I got to tell you this. I got to get this off my chest. So I'm not telling you that. Like, again.
But we have.
If I do a show with a person and I fucking smash, people at the show are like, "Yo, you did hella good. It was a good lineup." No matter what the case is, and it's like, "Yo, dude, you want to get on my show? Yeah, I'll get on your show. Hey, yo, send me a clip."
That's almost passive.
Sending you a clip. Yeah. You just saw what I did. We just worked a show together. Send you a fucking clip? Like, what?
Anytime.
Hey, dude, when you have a type 5, let me know. It's like, I just murdered doing 15 in there.
Any comic I know and they tell me send me a clip, they're not putting me on the show.
Man, I've heard a comic, and I love this comic to death, but somebody told him, yo, send me another one.
Jesus.
They sent a clip, and he goes, yo, send me another one. It sends another one. And then he goes, yeah, I wasn't really feeling this. So, but see, that was passive aggressive at first.
Right.
The guy actually went through the clips and was like, nah, I wasn't feeling it. At that point, you can still be mad at that person, but it's like he went through the clips and didn't.
Yeah. I don't know.
He didn't like it.
It's just like.
Yeah, but I hear you though. Send a clip.
Like
send a clip. You're not gonna. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
All right. I mean, that's basically it. But
yeah.
I mean, we had a good podcast, man. It was a good. We had a good little thing here. You know, I think.
How much time we have?
I don't know.
We're wrapping up soon.
How much time do we do so far, Phil?
Hour 57.
Hour 57. Yeah, about 2 hours. So it's just.
I want to talk about one thing, but we'll talk about it off.
Tell me.
No, I don't understand this hate with Matt Rife. I don't understand.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's funny. I saw it too.
I don't understand it. I'm trying
jealousy?
Of course, it's jealousy.
Jealousy, yeah.
But two things though. It's like, one, people are not being honest, and two, this looks like the Dane Cook effect.
Yeah.
It's the because Dane Cook went through the whole thing where it was like, he's a good looking dude. Well, to me, Matt Rife looks like.
He's a weird looking dude.
He looks like the guy that's about to play Oppenheimer. like he doesn't look like a.
He looks like a lesbian.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, I guess he's good looking to people. I'm not good looking, so what do I know? But it's like, white people good looking is weird to me.
Yeah.
Like but it's like, but there's these comics, I guess, that are hating on him, or people in general that hate on him. But the comics that are like backing him up aren't being honest with themselves either. because they're the first ones to look at other local comics and go, if you guys have a problem with Matt Rife, you just need with yourself. But it's like, wait a second, I just seen you hate on these 6 motherfuckers over here too. So it's like, is this really a Matt Rife thing, or is this a you versus local comics?
I wanted to look into this. This is all I know.
He has to be funny, dude. He has to be funny.
Our boy,
he's probably funny.
Yeah, the dude that won't book you opened for him at the Improv.
Yeah. And he said he didn't do that great that he thought.
Yeah.
He was good, but he didn't.
Ask yourself this question.
But he's got to be funny though.
Is he marketable?
Of course.
Okay, then is he funny?
He has to be.
Yeah, I mean his clips.
He has to be
clips
funny,
on
man.
TikTok. And
I don't know anything
media.
about him, but I just figure if he's getting so much hate, he has to be good.
He is good.
Yeah.
But the problem is, like, I saw some comment from this woke comedian or whatever. He's like, another white cisgendered male is doing well. What a surprise! And I was kind of like, ugh.
Well, guess who goes to his shows? White cis male and females.
Yeah.
Guess who's the most dominant race in the whole United States?
Yeah.
White cis male and female. Like
you
that.
know, it's like
they own the market. They own the market, dude.
It's the same thing where I'm like, there's two. I feel like right now there's two in this community, and this might be true for others. There's 2 teams. There's like the one that like panders, passive aggressive. They're like nerdy alt comics, and they all stick with each other. They kiss each other's ass or whatever. And those are the comics who are doing well. You know what I mean?
But they really do not like each other either, though.
They don't like each other either.
They just do it for whatever. Yeah.
Political reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, just political reasons.
Yeah, because once somebody does well, then another person that's in that group is like, well, all he does is this.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh.
There we go. There comes. You've seen it firsthand. You see it. Yep.
The shit talking. I seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
And then there's the whole group that goes, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Don't be like that. Because they're like, don't let no one know that we're not together.
But there's multiple of those groups though, which is funny
but it's
too.
funny though. It's
but they all kind of fuck with each other though. They're all like buddy.
It is kind of funny though, like because what you find out and you're like, that's pretty funny. There's a riff in that group.
Oh yeah,
like it's so funny because it's like
we all see. I mean,
because me and you we're not liked anyways. So it's like we could look at the outside and be like, look at this shit. You see this shit that's happening, but all right, whatever, you know.
But it's like, dude, like. You gotta, like, bro, instead of Conor McGregor says some shit like this, was fucking genius, or like, or not even who said this shit?
It can't have been
Stephen
Conor
A.
McGregor.
Smith.
Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith said this shit the other day. Pat McAfee got a big contract with ESPN, and people were like hitting up Stephen A. like, oh look, like he got more money than you, blah blah blah, and Stephen A. was like, I'm happy for him. You know what I mean? I'm happy he's making money because my contract gonna be up in 2 years or whatever, right? So Stephen A. he says something really smart. I'm like, oh shit, this motherfucker's a genius. He goes, I'm gonna take what Pat McAfee's doing and copy it, but like do it my version of it and be successful at it. So now Stephen A. is like, I just started my podcast 3 months ago. I already got 150,000 followers or whatever. He's like, so from that end, it's like, instead of hating on Matt Rife, see what he's doing and learn from it. You know, like his TikTok clips are good. I watch his TikTok clips. He has an audience, millennials. You know, I don't know how old he is. He's probably in his early to mid 30s. So his audience is like young, hot millennials.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's enough millennials and there's enough nerds, there's enough people on TikTok and Instagram who see him who are going to pay for his tickets.
Right.
So I think, you know, me personally, I'm trying to reach our audience too, but me and him may not have the same audience.
Well, here's the thing too.
You know?
Why can't people be honest and just go, yo, comedy is an ugly person's game.
Yeah.
How dare his good-looking ass come up in here? Why don't people just be honest?
Yeah.
Why don't they just say
guy.
that?
He's not funnier than me because he looks better than me. Yeah.
Bruh, because look how many times there's good-looking comics or what we think is good looking.
Yeah.
And we go, fuck them.
The
And,
female comedians.
oh, dude,
Eliza Schlesinger, she's pretty hot.
there's hot ass female comics not funny at all.
Yeah.
And it's like, why is this happening? But it's why don't just people be honest, be like, yo, dude, this Matt Rife dude, he's to me he's not. I mean, I can see why. I don't know.
Why women would like
his
him,
face looks like sculpted. It looks like he looks like a
Big ass
Skeletorish.
cheekbones and
Yeah,
shit.
he looks like remade. He looks
Kinda
like
girly. Yeah, he has an odd thing.
I mean,
Yeah.
but white people look weird in that way. Like they look like those type of white people don't look sexy to me.
Scandinavian or I don't know.
Something I don't know, dude. But I just wish people would be honest and be like, look, he's a good looking dude. He's cramping our style.
Yeah.
Because he's a good looking dude. And then those other comics that are like, if you're too worried about Matt Rife, then that means blah blah blah.
But he's an
it's
LA
like
comic,
it's like, dude, you guys are all, I know comics,
Yeah.
bruh. We're all jealous of something, but that shit. It's I'm telling you right now, dude. It's the Dane Cook effect.
Yeah.
He's getting hated on because Dane Cook did the same shit with MySpace and when social media first came, he fucking ran that shit. And now that TikTok and Matt Rife, they got
Yeah,
he has
millions.
I hope he negotiates a
views.
contract with them and goes
With TikTok?
Yes, and
Yeah.
goes, give me all your shit. Like TikTok, you better pay me.
Yeah, because they don't.
Because
they don't
I'm giving
pay
you
shit.
hella American agendas and
dude,
data.
I've kinda-
I'll give you data right now.
Dude, I've almost kind of given up on TikTok, man. When you see the creator thing, man, you gotta be super. You gotta be like Mr. Beast to make money on that shit because
Yeah.
they only pay. You gotta have like 10 videos
Right.
a month that reach over 150,000. They have these absurd fucking things.
Right,
We'll
right.
start paying you, but you gotta be making a lot of videos, and they all have to have a lot of views. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's I kind of thought about it, kind of like, okay, I put some funny clips on there, but yeah, it takes a lot, dude. You gotta get a lot of views. You gotta be super famous to make a lot of money on TikTok. And supposedly Instagram pays more. Like you make more money on Instagram than TikTok. But yeah, I'm sure Matt Rife is doing well for himself, man. I'm sure he's making good money from TikTok. I'm sure he's making good money from Instagram. But I respect what he's doing.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm trying. I want to copy him. Like Stephen A. said, I want to get a camera. Dude, me and you, like you had that great crowd moment the other day at Van Cleef's.
Yeah, yeah.
We just destroyed that guy.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
Right.
You know, people do. It's just, but it's like.
I wish I'd have had that. That was so fun.
But that's what a comedy is about. Like, dude, everything you see on TikTok, like, I get hot women. You know,
Yeah.
Instagram and TikTok, I get hot women. I get like freedom of speech people who like film cops or film businesses. They call the cops and like, what? I'm not doing anything. I'm just fucking filming. You know what I mean? And it's like, what's your badge number? Yeah, you better not touch me. Or like, it's like, it's just like fights. It's like hot women, freedom of speech shit, fights, and comedy is always like heckling. You know, or like crowd work is cool, but like all the heckling stuff, that's what gets the views. Like it's not even, maybe it's like a lot of the shit I'm getting is maybe, I get a lot of cooking videos too because I've been trying to learn how to cook.
There you go.
But I don't know, not all of it's healthy, not all of it's good.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the shit that gets viewed, it's,
Yeah.
I don't know, I have a point there, you know what I mean?
Right. I think the other thing that people are disregarding too is because apparently, because I'm trying to look into this shit. I don't know where the beef is with this guy. Apparently, he took off his shirt. That was a problem.
He did?
I guess he took off his shirt. He probably looked delicious.
He probably has a six pack.
Yeah, he probably has a six pack and fucking nice pecs, whatever. So
Yeah.
that probably pissed off a lot
He
of us.
probably has a little dick.
Like-
No, just pack.
But like ugly comedians were like, "Come on, man, it's our game, right?"
Yeah.
But I think what people are, and then the other thing was, I guess he's charging a lot for his tickets. But I'm thinking to
He has to
myself,
pay his manager, got to pay the venue. Who knows?
But here's the thing, though. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why are comics mad? Comics shouldn't be mad at that part,
Right.
or both parts at least. They shouldn't be mad at that because maybe, just maybe he reset the market value for comedy.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. Maybe because comics do comics.
Remember, just this is a good thing you brought up because it shows there's no togetherness in comedy. Same thing with Swinging Door. Bartender attacks me, owner takes the fucking, now there's other comics running the room. Same thing even further back with the Comedy Store, with the comedians going on strike. Fucking Mitzi wasn't paying them. Some comedian still supported her. Look at this. This motherfucker's, instead of like copying him, you motherfuckers are shitting on him. Why don't you just buy a camera, You know what I mean? Or you got to earn that shit. You got to put the work in. He did the work.
He did the work.
Yeah.
I think that kid.
Good for him.
He's good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. But I wish people would be honest. Like, one, just say he's a fucking good looking dude that's cramping our ugly game, because it's an ugly man's game. You know what I'm saying? Like it.
Where's the mirror at? Look at me.
I don't have to look. I don't have to look at my face another day in my life. I
got a Matt Rife effect too. I'm a
No, but I'm just saying.
I got
a
confusing face too.
I'm just saying, man. Like like, just be honest. Like that. Be honest on that part, and then two. If you're the comic that's like, if you're thinking about Mac Rife and not yourself, it's like, man, shut the fuck up. Like, cause you just said that because another comic that you do not like was hating. It's like, I think just be fucking honest.
We can take away a few things from this. One, appreciate what Matt Rife is doing, see what he's doing, and learn from it. And two, it's like, there's always been this thing where comedians, so many successful people doing, they tell me sometimes, like, don't look, I think they say like, don't hate on your peers, or like, like the comics that we're talking about that don't book us or whatever. Like, I'm trying to get past.
No one's hating on them.
I'm not hating on them.
No, I know, me too. No one's hating on them. We just see what's happening.
Exactly. That's all. We see what's doing it. We recognize it. Yeah. They're doing their thing, but we do our thing. And we're going to do Club Fox, man, 120 seats. And it's going to be a big show. And, I think we want people to respect us. We want other communities to respect us. We don't want to be disrespected, but at the end of the day, who gives a shit? I'm in this game to have fun. I want to do this as a career, but I also want to have fun. So I just don't want anybody to drag me down. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's the main thing. Don't let these people drag you down. Just because they won't book you doesn't mean that you're not funny. You know what I mean? Because I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to put us down. And it's the same thing with Matt Rife, dude. I'm sure Matt Rife doesn't give a fuck about all this hate. If I was Matt Rife right now, if you're Matt Rife right now, would you give a fuck? If I was Matt Rife,
I would be jerking off like every comment that hates me. Yeah, you hate me.
Who's that fat, gross comedian that Stanislaus, the big Greek guy? Didn't I show you?
Yeah, I think you showed me. Yeah, what about him?
Well, my coworker went to the show, and I was like, ugh, I can't even look at that dude. Yeah. But he's like the opposite of Matt Rife. There's like one one sexy comedian doing really well, and one fat fucking shirtless, gross comedian. My friend goes, he's banging hella chicks. So I was like, oh, it's fucking gross.
He probably is. They probably both are. Good for them. I mean,
good for them. It's good for us.
I just thought it was interesting because this happened this week. Where it's just like so much hate. I'm like, what's going on with this guy? I've been. Dude,
I'm not even paying attention. It's fucking.
I saw
ridiculous.
like 2 clips of his, and I was like, he's funny.
He's funny.
Yeah. I don't know the rest of him. I don't care to know.
I would never go pay to see him in a theater. I would see him at a club, but I'm not paying ridiculous amounts of. Louis C.K.
He has an audience. Let that be his audience. You know what I'm saying? Like that's his. I don't know. Young Gen Zs and millennials aren't into us.
Yeah, we got to get a camera, dude, and start posting clips, man. I'm telling you. You want to talk about John Morant or forget about it?
Nah, I think Jaws ran his course.
What a dumbass!
I try to defend this motherfucker.
Can't defend him anymore.
I'm trying to defend.
Flash another gun.
Yeah, no, but he still hasn't done anything wrong.
Exactly. That's my point. I said that to my dad. My dad got, he's being stupid.
He thinks. No, you know what it is?
He didn't do anything.
You know what it is? It's old white dudes going, that N-word should know his place. Yeah. That's what they're doing.
But that's what the NBA is doing.
No, of course. The NBA, because still white people run the world. They all have guns. White people run the world. Like white people invest the most in the NBA, now China, and it's like if they weren't the market,
right?
If the hood was the market, it'd be a whole different story. It'd be guns. Man, it'd be toy guns at every NBA game.
I was thinking about
that shoot out basketballs, and the target is a hoop. It's just, you know what I mean? Like it's the target audience. It's bullshit though.
I was thinking
about it's another thing of bullshit.
What I would do if I was fucking John Morant. Like, what would be the righteous thing to do? Fuck you, NBA. I'm starting my own league in the hood, getting cameras, and this is hood. He could go to hood basketball.
He could go to China. He could go to China and Europe and make money. I mean, he really could. These NBA players could go across seas and demand big boatloads of money. I don't know why they haven't.
What, you think little Chinese kids would go out and pay to see him? Oh, look at this guy.
I mean, listen, man. European soccer players are the most paid sports players in the world.
Messi just got $1 billion supposedly.
It's the boringest game. It's the boringest game of all time.
Right.
It's the boringest game. A second boringest game is baseball.
Yeah.
And they make tons of fucking money.
I don't even know how.
But listen, the idea is who pays for baseball?
Old
right. White dudes, and they'll continue because it's generational.
Right.
It's a father-son thing. It's a family-oriented thing. It's cheap enough to get the whole family in. It's expensive enough that you only go twice a year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they know how to market that. The NBA, it's like only rich people can go to those games.
Oh my God,
the hood can't go to those games.
I don't know if I'll ever go to the fucking Chase Center, but you make a good point. You make a good fucking point right now.
Yeah, John Moran didn't do anything wrong.
He's scaring off the audience.
The fact that he's a young black superstar, that they have to.
He's in Memphis. He should have guns.
But but it's like he's not doing anything. I don't think he did anything wrong. I mean, until he maybe gun safety. Maybe.
What do you think a fair? How many games do you think they're going to give him? So I'm hearing
it sounds
30,
like it sounds
40,
like 50. It sounds like 50.
Jesus Christ, man!
It sounds like 50
games. The NBA is like shooting herself in the foot.
It's bullshit. Yeah.
You see how they
see that? The no pun intended.
They're making him. Yeah. He's a great star. You can't give him 50 games because now everyone wants to see him even more now. So I think like 20, 30 games is good.
And you know what?
And even that's too much.
And this is kind of like, maybe this is like his Derrick Rose effect. This is the part that sucks. If they give him 50 games, when he comes back, he's not going to be NBA shape. Granted, he's a great athlete, but you're not going to be NBA shape. The injuries are going to start piling up. He's going to have another. He's going to be another Derrick Rose.
Yeah,
a guy that's like just lost most of his good playing days in his injury prone.
I think he's like 24 or some shit. 20. I don't know.
At some point, the injuries start piling up.
Yeah,
basketball is that many games against those many big. Gigantic people.
He keeps going in and getting.
They're gigantic, dude.
I want to congratulate the Denver Nuggets on winning their first.
The series isn't over.
It's over.
I hope Miami does it just so.
Dude,
my dad age
goes,
well.
There's a big white guy running the NBA now.
Yeah, and you tell your dad he's European. He's not you.
Yeah, that's what I go on. He's the ancient. Dad, he's fucking European.
Right,
he's not white.
Right. He's ancient white. He's not you. He's
Serbian.
Not,
he's fucking Russian almost.
Europeans think they're better than us, but it's like no, you guys,
Yeah.
The dirty whites here stem from dirty whites you. Like that's not. Yeah, you tell your dad fucking he can move to Serbia. Yeah, well, but he's not the same white guy. It's not Larry Bird. No. It's not fucking.
He's from Indiana. Larry Bird's from Indiana, right? He went to Indiana State.
Yeah, he went to Indiana. Yeah,
he's from Indiana. Yeah, he's a real.
He's not Chris Mullen.
Yeah,
he's not.
Chris Mullen. He's not a cornbread. Well, Chris Mullen's I think from Brooklyn. I think he's from New York.
Yeah, right. But still, he's not.
He's a real.
That's
American
your white guys. That's not.
It's not my white.
Not
guy.
These European white guys. Don't try.
I do want to see Jokic.
I hate when white people do this. They start claiming Dirk.
Yeah.
now it's Jokovic and now it's gonna be some other Europe. Oh, Luka Doncic. Everybody's just gonna start claiming. Oh, he's one of us. It's like, you see how we're doing.
Fuck them. They ruined basketball anyway. Pussies. Fucking Manu Ginobili. He's actually Manu Ginobili's from Argentina.
Right.
He's a fucking white beaner.
He looks like you.
Yeah, he looks like me. Yeah. I'm fucking Manu. He fucking brought flopping into the NBA. That bitch.
Yeah, he did.
Fucking LeBron. LeBron never said one word. If LeBron was fucking Jordan, dude, I'm telling you right now, dude. If Jordan was in this era, he'd be like, look. All you motherfuckers who flop are bitches. You know what I mean? LeBron fucking embraces flopping.
What if? You know what's crazy? I couldn't say that about one person. Like
LeBron,
because the league, like anything else, copies each other. Who knows? I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this, but
what?
Who knows if Jordan didn't start flopping if he was in this era.
Oh my god, he should have been flopping the way the fucking Pistons were hammering his
See,
ass.
okay, so back then though, there was
my God.
there was no such thing as flopping. You actually got hit. You actually got,
He got fucking hammered.
Yeah, he got
fucking
hammered.
Hit an air and they but fucking clothesline him, elbow
But
him.
what if he was in this era and he was just like, yeah, he needed a
outta
foul
here.
in a tight spot. He needed a foul in a tight spot.
Fuck outta
He just
here.
went, oh, it's like just.
Oh,
I know you don't want
Jordan.
to. I know people don't want to believe that, but it's like,
Jordan will never be looked the same. LeBron's
know.
gonna retire soon. I can't, man. Watching him play, he got slapped in the face and he rolled around like fucking The Rock, or fucking tackled his ass or some shit. He got slapped in the face. He's like got hit by a fucking typhoon or some shit.
yeah. It's funny.
Oh man, those
or the
highlights.
one, or the one he did the flop and no one was near him.
Oh, dude, LeBron got flop lights, dude. It's fucking bad. All right, let's
wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up, dude. Anything you want to say before we fucking leave? Should we talk? Today's the day your mom passed,
Yeah,
or
today's
is
the
it
day
her
my
birthday?
mom. No, it's her birthday. She passed away a couple years ago. God bless her heart.
Yeah,
Love
was she
that.
born
Love
in
her.
the city or
She
what?
was born in San Francisco. Yep, St. Luke's Hospital.
That's where my dad was born, and
Yeah.
my grandfather was born there.
That's where all the
yeah.
degenerates were born.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want to
man.
say anything about her before we leave?
I love that bitch. I love her to death. I call her a bitch because I love her. I say that with love in my heart.
She was a tough lady.
She was tough. I actually want to thank my mom and dad because I have my dad's voice,
Right.
his unique voice, and I have my mom's like fearlessness. She used to speak in front of crowds all the time.
Oh, really?
She wasn't a public speaker. She just, if she had to make an announcement about something, she would be like,
She would do it.
she would do it.
Right.
Big smile. She was great. She was a tough woman. She was tough on me growing up. She used to embarrass me in front of my friends, my friends. Like, I would be doing dishes. She would be yelling at me. All my friends are laughing and shit. Like, damn, mom's giving it to you. But yeah, dude, she made me what I am today, and I love that bitch. She just.
Yeah, I was a little worried about even doing the podcast. Like, man, should we even do the podcast?
I appreciate you, man. See,
Yeah.
you're a good dude. You're a good dude.
But it doesn't seem like it's affecting you at all. But
she would have wanted me to be here, do this
Yeah.
with you. She loved all my friends.
Right.
She would have loved you. She loves all my friends, dude. Any friend I bring around, the family or anything, she's just like, I know they're good people.
Right.
It's a testament to what she installed in me, and I really don't think I'd be here doing comedy because of her. I'm sad that I didn't
Right.
do comedy when she was here, but I hope she's somewhere. I hope heaven and hell exists, bruh. I really do. I really do. So, because I hope she's looking down or something.
Right.
She's somewhere looking at a crystal ball in a cloud
Right.
somewhere, going, "Oh shit, he's doing it." You know what I
Good.
mean? Like I hope, because
And comedy is that thing where you just have to do it. Just kind of
you just got Yeah.
dive in head first. You just kind
Yeah.
of do it. And yeah, man, I'm
Yeah.
sure she'll be proud of you.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I just want to thank her because
Right.
I think the genes. I was blessed with these genes. Your parents have, even though your parents are whatever, you have your conflicts or whatever
Yeah.
with them. Something about their two gene pools made you, and you've created opportunities for people. And
Yeah.
you're fucking funny, dude.
thank you, man.
You're
I
funny.
appreciate
You're
that.
funny. And I've seen you do some wild shit where I'm like, oh shit, he went there. Like, and it's just like, comics love you or hate you for it, but it's
Yeah.
like the hate is okay.
Right.
It's okay to be hated. It's. I'm starting to realize that too. Like,
Yeah, me too. I
Like the
accept
hate
it,
is
man.
good.
I
Actually,
accept it. Yeah, I think it's good too.
I think it's good.
I think
it's
it's good,
funny
too.
when somebody hates you and you're just like. That's the thing about my mom too. A lot of people in my dad's family and her own family fucking hated her, but she would just be like. She would be like, and knowing you hate
Right.
her, she'd be like, "Hey, how you doing?
We
Yeah,
gotta.
how are you?
Eventually, we're gonna turn that hate into love. You know.
Hey, love is the same,
Yeah,
man.
it's
you
the
gotta
same
have.
thing.
At my mom's funeral, there was a lot of fucking crybabies, dude. A lot of people
Yeah.
that said they fucking couldn't stand her, crying the hardest, and it just goes to show. It's like I had respect for that person,
Right.
even though I didn't like them, and I publicly made a spectacle out of this whole thing. It's like
Right.
yeah, I cried all the way up until she died, but
What was her name?
Rosenda.
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 Rosenda. What? So what? She was the Hispanic side of
Yeah.
you. So what was
Mexican.
she? She was full Mexican.
Full Mexican.
But she was born in the city,
Oldest of 10. She was the first one born.
She was the first one born? Oh, shit.
of 10. Yeah,
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
Her
yeah.
parents, they did a lot of
Oh yeah, they
a lot of smashes.
Yeah.
Every fucking year, one baby come out,
Right,
next year, poop, another one out.
right. I think my grandma had her at 15.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ, yeah.
you know Mexicans, especially back. Yeah,
Huh.
like when I had my 5, younger Mexicans look at me like, you're hella behind.
Oh,
Like,
man. 5 is a lot, dude.
Yeah.
1's a fucking lot, man.
Yeah.
Well,
but I appreciate you bringing her up. Thank you, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Yeah, God bless
Thank
her. I
you.
mean, look, man, our parents are important, but yeah, look, man, I'm happy we're here. I'm happy we did this shit, and hopefully we do it again sometime soon. I want to
Yes.
thank Phil for coming out
Shout out Phil.
and filming this in my living room on
Yes.
what every comedian comments on my fucking post. The casting couch. Can you guys be more fucking original than the casting couch?
All the comics that said that are hacks anyway.
Yeah, you're all fucking hacks.
There's like 80 hella comments like, you guys are casting like
Passive aggressiveness. Sounds
no.
like
They're, no. They're just trying to be funny.
Trying to be funny.
They're
But
trying to be funny.
I've heard
But
50 casting
exactly
couches.
after 50, I look like this. It's like, all right, man.
Yeah, I wish I had a casting couch.
I wish you would've
Matt
told me-
Rife has a casting couch.
Good for him.
He is a casting couch. All
Good
sorts of
for him.
bitches probably, but yeah, good for him, man. But
I hope he's having dirty sex with all those sexy women. I
yeah,
hope so.
me too. Because we
I
all,
hope so.
we all kind of want to be there. But
Yeah.
let's thank the swinging door. Thank you, swinging door.
Thank you, swinging door.
God bless you. Love you for a good 5 years. And thank you, Phil.
Thank you, Phil.
Thank you, Xavier.
Phil, the best in the game, man.
Best fucking cameraman in the game.
No
guys,
disrespect to anybody else, but Phil.
nah, fuck them. Phil's the
you
best.
guys got to see this setup. This setup, if I could turn it around.
Oh man, I'll show. I got this shit on IG Live. We're gonna.
Phil
we're
is
gonna film this shit.
professional.
But yeah, man. Hopefully
Yes.
we'll do this shit bi-monthly or once a month, whatever. And yeah, man. Club Fox, August 24th.
August
it goes
24th,
down.
yes.
It's gonna be 120 seats. Fuck, it cost me quite a bit of money to book it. Right now, for me, it's not a little amount of money. One day, I'll look back at it and be like, damn, man, that was cheap. Because if I'm on a book Fox Theater, it's like 10 G's. So one day, my dream eventually, we'll do a fucking theater. You know what I mean? I think that's the dream. We'll eventually do a fucking theater. But for now, it's a step up, man. It's a step up.
I'm happy for you, man. You really taking every opportunity.
Yeah.
You're working hard. And you're staying funny.
Yeah.
There's some producers that they need the stage time.
Right.
And God bless their hearts too. They work hard too. It's just I do feel for these guys that are trying to be funny and run a show, and
Right.
sometimes it doesn't mix, and I feel for them. But you have been able to once the show starts and you put that mic in your hand, it is like
Boom,
show starting,
Show's on,
and then you say one racist joke at a time and it's just the ball is rolling.
Right.
And I really appreciate you, man. The comedy community could use a few more Emons.
Yeah,
they really can. They really
I think
can.
so too, man. Well,
They really
thank you
can.
guys, and fucking this has been the last men of San Francisco. What's the Enoch one? Last man in San Francisco. What's the Enoch?
My prince. I love Enoch. I fucking
Hello.
love Enoch.
This is
dude.
last man in San Francisco. Alhamida. I live in Alhamida. That motherfucker's hella funny. But yeah, man. Hopefully we'll do this again next month. And
Enoch's so
all of
funny.
you guys who are happy that the swinging door is over, if you want to see me fail, good for you. I'm happy.
Come to the Fox Theater and see this guy fail in a
yeah, come to Club Fox, you know,
Club
downtown
Fox,
River
yeah.
City, 120 seat fucking theater. We're doing it August 24th. It's gonna be good. But right on, man. That's it. Give it up. Let's give it up for Phil, man.
Yeah,
one more time. Give it up for Phil.
Phil.
Attaboy, Phil.
Ow!
Chop this up, cut up, and get it on the web. All right, that's it. Cool.